All right, so after 82 consecutive weeks, we may be without Marco on the Tack Show for the first time ever. I've even missed shows, but Marco has never missed one before today. So mark this down in your calendars. This is a historic event. Tack without Marco.
Yes.
I can already hear BK cheering and AOA. They're celebrating. They're dancing in the streets that Marco's not here to pick on them. So now's your time, fellas. Now's your time to celebrate. But we do have Double O with us as usual. Got Matt to hop on over and Sticks to join us for our 2022 kind of year-end special, I guess. A little best of, a little the year that was. So how was your holiday, fellas?
Good. Quiet.
Yeah, for sure. It was
Good. The opposite of quiet. Very busy.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, but I feel like it went really fast.
Yeah, you have a baby, Matt. You have an excuse for it to be kind of loud.
Yeah, those are never easy times.
Awesome.
All right, so I got to do my Marco impersonation and see if I can run down through the chat and say hello to everybody as we kind of get situated and settled. This is going to be weird doing all this double duty. But looks like Eric was in here first with the little hang tens. You can't blame Patrick. You can't blame Marco. He's not here. He's not here today.
Marco.
He said he might sneak in, but we'll see. We'll see. Joe, thanks again for the memberships. Also, I'm going to be redoing memberships for you members out there. So
let's see if we can get Marco to appear. Ready? Word salad. Word salad. Word salad. Doesn't work.
Yeah, they can't just do it on its own. You need this.
It's not like Beetlejuice.
There you go.
We need this.
What is Joe's icon?
What is Joe's icon this week? It looks like it's kind of small on my screen.
I can't tell what it is.
I can't see.
I can't make it out. It's too little.
Yeah, I can't
I'm
tell
sure
what
Joe
it's
will
like.
tell us, or one of you guys in the chat will tell us.
Master
Matthew, what's
Blaster.
going on? Lopez still looking forward to Tetris. We will figure out the Sticks versus Lopez Tetris. We will figure
Bring it
that
on,
out.
Lopez. Bring it on.
There'll be a simulcast.
Yeah, we're definitely going to figure that out. No, you be quiet.
Lopez.
You know, he's your best friend.
Yeah.
You guys.
B, what's
Comics
up?
313. What's going on, Sarah? Cherokee Metal. Anybody got what Joe's is? Oh, it's Master Blaster. Oh,
From Thunderdome.
gotcha. Tyson. I didn't realize Tyson won 2 of the Christmas prizes. So I said you can win more than one. Tyson actually did win.
Oh,
Hey, that GIMP looks familiar.
Well, that's where he won it. He doubled up on the GIMP. He won it on the Saturday show, and then our follow-up question about the Saturday show, he was first with the Hibbert.
That's
I
awesome.
was like, who are we supposed to be interviewing? TMNT, what's going on? Zaggy, Mystic Relic. All right, so where did we go? Did you guys, anybody go to the shop today? I know we usually do the shop talk, but I didn't have time to go to the shop
I
today.
did.
I did not. My shop didn't get books today.
No?
Nope.
And my shop was late with theirs as well.
Did you go, Matt?
I did, yeah.
Anything good?
It was very DC heavy this week. The relaunch of Action Comics, where they're gonna have, I think it's 3 to 6 individual stories now. TMNT, the big book this week though was Ninja Turtles Power Rangers 2 started today.
Oh, wow.
With like all 64 variant covers or something like that.
There's a lot of Star Wars too. There was like 5 Star Wars books.
Yeah, there was a
that,
lot of Star Wars
had to get
books there,
pulled.
too.
But I'll get my books tomorrow probably. It's okay. I can wait.
Yeah, mine are in my box. They won't go anywhere. So
Yeah, well, I'm still like a little kid. My dad goes and picks up comic books for me. I send him my list, and he likes going and chatting with the guy.
Nice.
I'm in my
okay.
40s, but yeah, my dad still buys me comic books.
hey, he wants to do it. Let him.
Yeah.
I buy plenty of comic books on my own too. He just likes to go.
Probably.
So that TMNT Power Rangers, is that a Boom thing? Or is it
Yeah.
Boom?
Yeah, a little crossover.
Okay.
There was some pretty cool covers. There was a couple of cool covers. I think I ordered one. Can't remember which one I went with.
They have one that's like the classic Ninja Turtles 1 Eastman cover with all the Power Rangers on it. It looks really cool.
Yeah. Remember that one now.
I got that one, and then they had like 6 different covers that connect into one, like connecting covers that have one turtle and one ranger on each. And then of course they had the Leonardo Red Ranger holding the helmet, or Raphael Red Ranger holding the helmet, whichever one it is. But
yeah, see, they always get me with the connecting. I like connecting covers, but damn, they sucker you in on 6.
I did too, until I had them all in my hand, and I was like, "This is already $64, and it's just Turtles books."
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man, make it a gatefold.
I limited myself to 2, so I was like, "All right."
Or make them like over the series, like connect them all, put
Yeah.
them together over the number of issues.
Yeah, Mike, if you don't have the IG, just send me the email. It's Rennavision1, the number 1 at Gmail. I was checking. I didn't see anything in my email because I was looking. I sent out all the other ones out. I got yours and somebody else who won. We didn't reply yet with their address.
And then you also have the Dark Web event going on, the Spider-Man crossover
right.
stuff. So there was, I want to say Dark Web X-Men, Dark Web Venom, and then Amazing Spider-Man. I want to say issue 16. So
sounds right.
16. 16 or 17.
Yeah.
Which had some of the best art in a Spider-Man book I've seen in a long time. So I was pretty stoked for that. Yeah.
Is it Ramita?
So JR didn't do the covers?
I think JR did one cover.
Did one.
Okay.
But the interiors were fire.
Really? Again, I know it's on my pull list. I'll check it out. Might be a little too late there, Jedi. As spoiled as I am, my son gets spoiled even more. All right, that said, I guess we could just do the news real quick. It's not a ton to do, so just gonna blast through it. Try to keep it short.
To answer your question, it was Ed McGuinness that did the interiors on this issue. JR.
On Spidey?
Yeah.
Huh. I always see him as more of a Hulk guy, like, with the bigger, bulkier characters. But I do like his cartoony kind of style a little more animated.
My opinion, JR can stay as far away from this book as humanly possible.
Agreed.
I will not disagree with you there. I liked him back in Daredevil, like the old Daredevil, like the Man Without Fear, when he was doing his Frank Miller impersonation. That stuff was fine, but since then,
I love him right up until he goes to Kick-Ass, and then he like starts drawing that blocky figure, and he can't get out of it. It's like he's stuck there. It's like he sold his soul to the devil, and the devil's like, "All right, well, I'm pay up, and this is what we're going with. You're gonna draw like this for the rest of your career."
Everybody looks the same. Man, woman, same face.
And I'll have those big like Neanderthal foreheads and
yeah.
I know I don't like picking artists too much, but I'm just not a fan.
Hey, just want to say, streak is unbroken. Unbroken streak. Have a happy New Year's. Make sure you guys all pay your taxes.
I don't have to pay taxes. I have crypto and all that other stuff.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
Yeah, NFT.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah. And by the way, I appreciate everybody with their questions and comments about that. And my same advice always is pay your taxes. Like they still know you need to pay your tax. It doesn't matter if somebody sends you a form or not. Pay your taxes.
Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, have a good show.
Or are you going to pop out?
I went to the Todd Chrisley School of Finances, so I'm not worried about my taxes. I'll be all right.
Everybody always says that, but you're not worried about your taxes till you got, compounding interest and whatever. All right, good luck with that. Go find a CPA. All right, talk to y'all later. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, guys. Take it easy.
Later. That doesn't count.
That 100% counts. It was more than 10 seconds. Counts. And I gave a little rant, so double.
It was like John Cena.
All right, I'm going to run the thing for the news. Not me. Why did I put? Oh, I picked the wrong thing. There we go. We need this. Telling you, not having Marcus throwing me all out of sorts, I get to do a lot of stuff while he bothers all of you guys and picks on the chat. So this week we're going to start off with the box office report. No top story because, I don't know, I was considering putting in the thing about the taxes, and Marco kind of touched on it a little bit, but I don't want to talk about taxes. That shit ain't entertaining. Just know you still got to pay your taxes. Just because they're not reporting it or sending you a letter, you still have to let them know. Otherwise, they may catch you. You never know. That said, Avatar's still on top.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it.
Me either.
I probably
I'd
won't.
I'd rather be waterboarded than sit through 3.5 hours
Yeah.
of this movie.
Right? I just no interest.
I don't know who's watching this movie because everybody I talk to, nobody wants to see it.
Well, another 63 million. I mean, which is a decent amount. I'm not going to say it's not a small amount.
Yeah.
But man, Babylon. I thought that might make something, but oof,
I've heard it's really, really bad, and a lot of the reviews for it have been really, really bad for
Wow.
Babylon.
Yeah.
I've heard mixed.
I just
I've
want
heard
to check it
mixed
out,
reviews.
but I'll wait for streaming. I'm just not going to the theater for it.
I never saw the original, so I probably won't see this one either. So
Yeah, well, it's just, what is it, based off of that book? Was that Hollywood? I don't know, whatever. But again, I don't know who's, well, I guess it's overseas. Overseas must be carrying Avatar because it did just cross $1 billion after 2 weeks. So
Wow.
after 2 weeks worldwide, it's made $1 billion.
yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say it's like the most stunningly beautiful movie they've ever seen, but as far as like the content, it's very boring. It's very long and very boring in that you feel every second of that 3.5 hours.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But the shocking thing to me is when I was reading this article about how much it made, Cameron said it needs to make $2 billion to break even.
Wow.
$2 billion. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Got to pay a lot of money for all that underwater mocap and stuff. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's been like a decade, right? Or close to it, 7 years or something like that.
Wow.
Making technology just so we could film his underwater 3D because we all care. I hate 3D, by the way. I just really don't. I don't have to wear glasses normally, so I hate having to wear glasses to watch a movie. It's bothersome,
I wear glasses and I hate having to wear glasses to watch a movie.
right?
Yep.
I feel like it's limiting my view, like because I can see
Yeah.
out the sides of the glasses, and
Yeah.
I don't like it.
The only time 3D is good is if you're watching the Creature from the Black Lagoon or Jaws.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jaws 3, right?
3.
about it.
They did the original one too, but 3 was the one that came out in 3D.
Yeah, well, you need the red and blue.
Yeah. Those are good 3D glasses.
All right, we got a lot of Marvel rumors this week, so I guess it's a good
There we
thing that Marco's not here to complain about rumors. But no, that's the wrong headline. It's not that. I didn't change the headline. The headline's supposed to be that Robert Downey Jr. may be returning not only for Secret Wars, but for something else too.
Oh.
I thought he was done.
that ruins that sacrifice. Then.
It does, right?
Yeah. Why take away from the awesome moment that we had?
Yeah, it's one thing to have like a quick little smile cameo, like, oh look, it's another universe, another whatever, but no more of that.
I think it's different though with comics. I think and it's like the comic related movies, because like in comics, these characters are going to come back anyway. So
I know, but it's different. In real comics, the characters don't age; they get drawn differently. But seeing like a 60-year-old Robert Downey Jr. come back is going to be a little bit. All right, I'm getting on the suit.
If I thought they were going to stick to like a real world conception, and yeah, if he's dead, he should stay dead. But I don't know. I'm torn on that because I like his sacrifice too. So,
what about Batman? You're curious to see Batman jump ship for the Marvel universe to play a minor villain character? I guess
If he gets killed off.
I guess it depends on the character.
Yeah, it does. The rumors these days is he's going to play who everybody thought Christian Bale was going to play, which is Dario Agger. Am I saying his name right? He becomes this like Minotaur type character. Roxxon Corporation, like higher up I don't know. This has to be for Hercules, right? I mean, I don't see any other like tying why we would have this character. Like Thor is kind of.
Well, wasn't he already in She-Hulk?
Oh, the Man Bull. You think of Man Bull?
Oh, the Man Bull. That's something. Yeah.
Man Bull. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not the same.
Man Bull, Minotaur, same thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. But we'll see if this ends up playing out as it does. I just figured he would play something bigger. I guess I don't know.
He should.
But maybe they'll make the character bigger than he actually is.
Affleck is a little bigger than a side character in a movie.
Exactly, right? Or even a Disney Plus show, because that's what this feels like. This would be a Disney Plus kind of thing.
Or bring him back as an alternate universe Daredevil.
I don't want that.
Oh, okay. No.
I did not like his Daredevil. I did not like that movie. That playground flirting fight scene was right up there with Halle Berry playing basketball in that Catwoman movie. Just one of the most awkward, uncomfortable moments. Ugh. Don't like.
There's certain things in that movie that are pretty good. Kingpin was good. His outfit wasn't horrible.
Yeah, I like Kingpin.
But yeah, I don't want him. Wasn't there for me.
All right, moving on to Captain America, New World Order rumors. Again, more rumors. Jessica Chastain. Some people are saying she could be Sin. She could be another villain. There's supposed to be multiple villains. I don't know. There's
a lot of hot stuff flying around about this movie that actually has got me kind of excited for it.
Right?
If you're paying attention to a lot of like what's being talked about and so quote unquote leaked, it really makes me excited for it.
And that's where a couple of these are, because our next one ties into this too. So regardless of who she might play, who she might be in this movie, they're also potentially tying in to the Eternals of all things. Maybe bringing adamantium to the MCU. They're talking about maybe that giant person who showed up on the Earth in the ground. They're actually going to go back to this and actually address the fact that there's a giant hand and head sticking out of the South Pole or the Indian Ocean, wherever they are. And it could be Genosha, Krakoa. They call it Tiamat Island. It could just be a place where adamantium shows up. I don't know. Could be interesting.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, is that it's supposed to be Genosha and that the fight is over different countries trying to mine adamantium from it. So
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if this resource pops up out of nowhere and it's not really claimed by anybody, whose is it? So it is an interesting idea. And surprisingly, they're going to do it in Captain America and not do it in an Eternal sequel, because the Eternal sequel apparently is going to go off into space if we ever get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fingers crossed we don't ever get it.
I do want more space, though. I don't know if I want these guys in space.
Space is good.
I do want cosmic stuff.
Yeah. I don't think I want the entire crew of Eternals, but yeah, put them in space, get them off the Earth. I think it's fine.
But Eternals, like, instead of being a movie, the first one and this should just be a show, so you can focus on all the different characters if you want, and kind of flesh out the characters and like make it an episode or two for each person, and then tie it together at the end if you wanted to do it.
Yeah, show might have been a better angle with that many characters. But, alas, we're already here. And I know Marco would have liked this one. But even though it was talked about possibly being a special or a show, it might actually be a movie. And it is giving what I want, which is space, that they might be making Nova into a movie. Could be cool. I don't know which Nova. It could be cool.
Probably more than one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you got to take all this rumor stuff now with a grain of salt, because with the Bob Iger shakeup, him coming back, and Kevin Feige and all them saying that we're going to pull back and we're going to focus on quality over quantity, and the roster of what's already been announced isn't even safe. I think you got to take all this stuff with a grain of salt and really watch where you're getting your news from this from.
Oh yeah, sure. I totally agree with you. we're gonna do this in a couple of weeks because going over that quality over quantity, we're gonna go through the whole list of everything coming out and start putting it where we think they should go.
Yeah.
But that's a couple of weeks away. All right, we're gonna shift on over to a quick dip into Star Wars because we didn't get to do Star Wars news because we did a recorded show, and this Damon Lindelof movie is apparently going to be sequel character. I mean, they've already rumored this, but they're just kind of reaffirming that rumor that it's going to follow sequel trilogy characters in some way. I'm kind of indifferent.
Yeah.
It's not exciting.
I mean, there's
You're
only
gonna
so many
follow
times you can.
Poe
There's only
Dameron
so
on
many
his
times-
transition into Moon Knight.
Yeah.
There's only so many times you can pan out from the original trilogy, right? I mean, you gotta have to start going on your own somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want new on your own. I don't want to, hey, we're just going to pick up and lean on it a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm kind of looking forward to a new Aliens movie, though. This could be cool. I don't know much about the director, but I didn't like where Ridley was going.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about this, so hopefully it could be good.
Yeah, all I got for you is it's going to be Alien Romulus is the rumored title. As far as what it's going to follow, I don't know. But like I said, just where he was going with Covenant and Prometheus is like all these high concepts, but then at the same time mixed with some really stupid character decisions. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be this super smart scientist, but I'm going to just poke an alien creature with my finger because that seems like the right thing to do. Or I'm just going to take my helmet off and start breathing the air because, well, it looks like it's safe. Like, just don't make sense. But
I too like to poke things with my finger.
but seriously, what was it? Billy Crudup in the second movie? He thought, hey, look in that hole. When he puts his head in it and the face hugger gets him. Yeah. It's like a bad comedy.
9 times out of 10, looking in the hole turns out bad.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. Don't look. Let somebody else do the looking. And I don't know why. I get it. It's been like 20 years or more. I guess it's been 20 years. Like 2000, 2001. I just don't know if we need new Harry Potter again already. I don't know. I just don't see it as necessary yet. Like, what could you do that's different?
Aren't they gonna do the Cursed Child?
They're not talking about that. They're talking about rebooting, starting over.
Oh, reboot.
Yeah, they had talked about doing the Cursed Child, but this is also now talking about new actors. We're gonna start
the whole
over.
Prequel
Yeah.
series went nowhere, right?
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts did so well.
Yeah. They should give it a rest for a little while.
That's what I'm saying.
Let
Yeah.
let it sit for a little while, then work on something else.
But we'll see if this ever comes to anything. It is Warner Brothers after all, though.
Yeah.
They're nothing if not inconsistent. So this could happen tomorrow for all we know,
right,
and then
true.
get canceled right away. But apparently, Happy Meal toys already have your Mario toys out there,
Yeah.
and these toys have already spoiled a little appearance. So, who's that little blue guy again? 00?
Luma. It's from Mario Galaxy. It's a star creature
That's why I didn't play Galaxy.
Oh.
What's this? That was on.
on Wii.
Was it on the Wii? Yes, that's why I didn't play the one that was on the Wii.
There was 2 of them on Wii, and the Lumas were like there was a whole bunch of them. Rosalina comes from there as well, and she's like their mom. And Mario collects these little Lumas.
But the movie's
part of the game.
not due to like what, March or something?
Yeah.
So why do they have the toys already?
Yeah, it's early.
That's what this is for, like Happy Meals.
Yeah.
Happy Meal toys. I think they started
Yeah.
today, and they're gonna be over in like 4 weeks
Yeah, like-
or less.
Which makes no sense. Like, why are
Yeah.
the toys going to be done before the movie comes out?
And then also, at least we didn't get like cardboard toys like they did in like Europe. So I did read
Yeah.
about that as well.
Yeah.
The little cardboard things.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
It's like getting a
So-
Chick-fil-A toy.
So I can confirm I've not seen these at McDonald's yet. So
Okay.
that was just there.
I didn't go.
Yeah, I just read it, so I don't know if it's. I mean, I read they were supposed to launch today.
Yeah.
Unless it's like in, I don't know, Canada maybe first. Who knows?
Possible.
Your McDonald's just might have been slow on the delivery.
Maybe like my Marvel comics we were this week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna hop away from movies. Only got a couple TV show items to talk about, and they're not even really all that great. Some of these are even duplicates, like this. Yeah, Echo is delayed, but now might be delayed even more. Now they're talking 2024, so we're not even gonna get it next year. We might be getting it the year after.
I thought that show was already done filming.
That's what I thought. I thought they were reshooting or tweaking it or something, but who knows? Maybe they're holding it so it can match up better with Daredevil. Maybe they're just holding it as part of their quality over quantity. Who knows? I don't know.
I hope it wasn't too She-Hulky, where it was kind of meta or whatever would I call it, where they talk to the camera and crap like that.
She-Hulk was all right for what it was. We can get into that later. We have that on our tier list. I went with the comic book picture instead of the Aubrey Plaza picture because they didn't have a good Aubrey Plaza picture as her as a witch. So she might be playing, again, rumor, Morgan Le Fay in this Agatha show. I know it's been a rumor that's been talked about for a while now, so saying it's a rumor again doesn't really make it news, but hey, it was slim pickings this week.
Good news to me.
I don't know. There's not like a rich. I don't want to say that. I'm going to say there's not a rich history of Morgan Le Fay, and then people are going to tear my head off. Like, don't you read King Arthur? I'm not talking about like that stuff. I'm talking about
In Marvel.
In Marvel for the most. I guess there's some of that Black Knight stuff, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Still not like some character that's really got me super duper excited. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she's not mainstream by any means.
Exactly.
Yeah, but neither was Agatha Harkness, and they did well with her. So if it's anything like what they did, it should be decent.
At least Agatha had like an 80s run.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like in Vision and Scarlet Witch and that, old lady form, but still, she was there. Yeah. This one, I don't know. I don't think she's been in a Marvel comic in quite some time.
Yeah. I'm more excited about the cat. I guess I like Aubrey Plaza more than I like Morgan Le Fay, the character, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
I'm relying more on the actress to pull something out than the character.
I get that.
And then our last little bit is this rumor that Mary Elizabeth Winstead might be playing Hera Syndulla in the Ahsoka show, giving us yet another member of the Rebels crew.
Rebels crew, yeah.
Yeah, so we got Ezra, gonna have Sabine. I don't hate it.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, I see it. I guess.
Yep. She's not the most charismatic actress. Like even all the roles she's played, she's been a little cold, a little standoffish. So I don't know if she really fits Hera because Huntress character, she wasn't very personable. In Scott Pilgrim, she wasn't really all that personable. I don't know.
Well, the timeline with where we're supposed to be picking up with Hera would kind of make sense for her to be a little more cold and distant from people.
Okay. After Kanan and all that.
Yeah, after he lost.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more, and I put this in for sticks.
Ooh.
Doctor Who news.
Yes, we got a trailer on Sunday.
We did. I'm excited. I want to see Tennant. This was my favorite Doctor, personally.
So, if you watch the trailer, rumor is that we're going to get 3 specials next year, leading up into our 60th anniversary special in November.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a couple things missing in that trailer that we know is going to be in the series. So, I'm excited for that. Wilfred Mott is not in the trailer. Bernard Cribbins, the actor, had passed away during filming. So he'll be in there at some point. Good trailer.
It was. I don't know this creature, though, that they're referencing. This weird little gremlin-looking thing, but Beep the Meep, apparently.
That's Beep the Meep.
Is from the comic strips. He's going to make his live-action debut.
Yes, everyone's excited for that. And then the alien creatures that are chasing him are from the same series. Their names escape me because it's a harder name to say. But
Yeah, it's all right. When we're getting NPH.
Yeah, I don't know any of the names you just said except for David Tennant.
Neil Patrick Harris will be in it too.
Oh, NPH, I'm familiar with his work. He
Yeah.
was awesome in Harold and Kumar.
But that's it. That's all we got for the news this week. There is the weekly update. Look, we're already done in half an hour. Without complaints about why is there more Doctor Who news in here? Well, because
we would have got a 20-minute rant. Nobody reads or watches Doctor Who. And Doctor Who just isn't for you, Marco. Apparently, it could be if you watch.
I didn't watch the old stuff when I was a kid. That's the only thing. Like, I didn't get into Doctor Who until the reboots.
That's when I watched some stuff then too, with Rose and.
Yeah.
That's when I first started watching, and then I watched until I think the end of Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Was when I stopped. When Peter Capaldi took over, I didn't watch. I didn't see any of that. So I did see a few seasons though.
I guess fortunately for me, I started watching in the 70s when it was on PBS. So.
Well, I like it.
Rich history.
I fell off a little bit with the Jodie Whittaker stuff, but outside of that, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. I definitely do. I have the pops to prove it here.
All the Who's down in Whoville.
Tall and the
Want
small.
me to start grabbing all my sonic screwdrivers over here? I'll start waving my sonic screwdrivers around at you.
Listen, keep your sonic screwdriver in your pants, all right? We already got in trouble for, we don't need another embarrassing moment on this channel this year. Waving your I can't talk. I'm so just shaken by you threatening to wave your sonic screwdriver. I can't talk.
All right. On that note, I guess let's go to the best of stuff, I guess. We'll shift on over. This is all going to be comic-related stuff. Since I made this little intro, I'm running it again. So while I get set up, I'm going to run this. Oh, I thought I could make my drink in the time that took.
That was some very high production value right there.
For Christmas, so I had to try it out. All right. Well, I also use as decided by us very loosely because it's mostly decided by me. Double O helped a little bit, but a lot of these I picked out. So you guys are going to have to bear with some of these choices, I guess. Feel free to disagree. Make your pitch for who you want to talk about for best of, but for the best of 22 in comics, we're going to start off with the writers. I picked 3. For every topic we got, I picked 3 for us to just kind of quickly go over. Yeah, give her thoughts. Like I said, agree, disagree. First one up, James Tynion IV. I mean, how many titles does this guy write? I only put a few, but
he was very busy.
He was busy. This is not even counting like the Batman run that he had.
And then he was doing stuff on Substack. He's like putting stuff out. He's writing a newsletter, talking to people all the time, putting out all kinds of crazy stuff there.
I mean, with the Something Is Killing the Children stuff everybody's been talking about that for ages now. The Sandman's gotten rejuvenated by the show. Nice House on the Lake had a lot of buzz around it. Silver Coin horror series, that Blue Book, alien thing that he was doing for his Substack. Tons of stuff.
Yeah, I read his Department of Truth. I'm a little behind, but that's what
I even put Department of Truth in here.
Yeah, I read that.
But I think he also won an Eisner this year. He might have won.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, he might have won Best Eisner for the writer. But another guy who's been pretty busy is Ram V. I'm not going to try to pronounce his full name because this is what he goes by, so we're just going by Ram V because there's a lot of letters, and I'm not stumbling through that. a lot of DC stuff in the little Batman corner of the universe. A little bit of symbiote stuff over on the Marvel side, and then even has some indie stuff as well.
I liked his Lala Star. So I'll say that.
Layla Star was great.
That's what I hear. I haven't read that one yet.
That was good.
I think I have them. I buy like lots of comics that I don't get around to reading just because I'll get to it and I'll put it in a box and they're just sitting like here on the other side of my laptop, like to do all of the things on the to-do list.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like I buy books and I plan to read them, but then I get behind and then I can't find where to start. And then so like they're not organized enough to be able to start the run or whatever. So I don't know how I'm gonna start the detective run. I've been buying them, but I haven't read any yet, and now I don't know where that first one is, so I can't even start.
It's like I know it's in here somewhere.
Yep.
All right, and our last guy, kind of running off. Sorry.
Karen Gillan.
Yeah. Got a little frog in my throat there.
Yeah, the Once and Future has been super hot like all year. Well, for a little while, but that's definitely been a big one. That Judgment Day, AXE. I know Eternals was hot for a little while. And then what is that? Immortal X-Men?
Immortal X-Men, which I think is one of the more interesting X-Men books out right now. A little bit more political intrigue. You got some of the big bads mixed in there, with the, like their High Council or whatever they're called. Interesting stuff. And the Judgment Day thing, the AXE, is it?
Yeah.
I guess. Avengers, X-Men, Eternals.
Yeah.
It felt like an event again.
Yeah, the three-way crossover.
Like much better than like Avengers and Humans and even AVX. Just, I don't know. It felt like a real event again. And speaking of which, that's our next topic. The comic events of the year. I was hoping Corbin would be here because I do have, you already saw, we had a decent bit of DC represented. I wanted Corbin to roll in on our Dark Crisis talk because I started it and was interested, but I kind of fell off. It's another case of read issue like 1 and 2.
I heard that Corbin is still typing out his letter to Warner Brothers about the Superman. Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Still Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you guys, I mean, have you read this at all?
I have not read this.
I started to and fell off before we got the title of Dark Crisis, and I think like that right there is a good notion of this book. Like their sales, they didn't give it a full title and their sales weren't doing well, so they were like, we're just going to announce at San Diego Comic-Con that we're going to change the name of the book to Dark Crisis, and then people started buying it up. So I don't really know how well this event was. Like I'm not hearing people talking about it. I really haven't seen it on a lot of lists this year as far as top of 2022. I know that.
What was it called? What was it called before?
I can't remember what it was called before it was Dark Crisis. I'd have to go digging through my books, but also it feels very much so that now they started using the event of that book to kind of reshape what Gunn wants to do with the film universe, because he's already said that he's been working with Jim Lee and others to try and make the comics and movies more like cohesive. So I just the minute they threw Dark Crisis on this book is when it started selling.
Well, anytime. It's call it
Anytime Crisis.
Gotta call it Crisis.
Well, but every couple of years they have a crisis, right? I mean, yeah, exactly, Joe.
Yeah. Can you highlight Jelly Johnson's comment there?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, there you go.
Best Jedi.
I don't know if you saw my post on Instagram. You'll know
I
that
did with his little cone head.
The Shawn Michaels music.
I could see that. Perfect.
I did like this next one, though. I did, like I said, it's not that I disliked Dark Crisis. I just didn't finish it, to be fair. But I did like Devil's Reign. I like the street level guys, too. I like the cosmic stuff, and I like the street level stuff.
Yeah, Devil's Reign was a strong event.
Yep. That's where, well, I don't want to spoil anything if anybody hasn't read it, but Mike Murdock was involved in this one. Is that this one? I'm pretty sure.
Mike Murdock wasn't part of the lead-in? There's some of that stuff with the Kingpin.
The brother?
Yeah, he was near the end of this story, right? Mike
Yeah,
Murdock?
the brother.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, the brother. The brother.
weird
Yeah.
duplicate alter.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I did read this.
That's like I'm surprised that this didn't make your list for writers. Like as far as like Chip Zdarsky and Zeb Wells, they both had 2 real big years this year. So
That's true.
Yeah, it
And
was
then-
hard narrowing it down, Sarah. It was hard narrowing it down to 3. So that's, I mean, I can say that something we kind of went back and forth about, like what we were gonna do. But you're
Yes.
right. You know, like Matt just
and then,
said
like
too.
I said, blame me for the final call. Just went with the gut. Again, with the event, the AXE, Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, because for Marvel it seems solid, which is a good thing for Marvel because usually their events suck. King in Black.
Yeah, that was weak.
It's just everything starts off strong and then just ends with a whimper usually.
Yep.
Right. So that's how, like, the All in All stuff was. It started out great, but then it fizzled out in the end. So it's always the end that you remember, right? How it ended up.
Though I like the lead-in usually, but you do always remember the end.
Yeah. Well, the lead-in, I mean, that's got to be the part that grabs you to want to buy the book, right? I mean, so that's got to be the best.
Well, I just
Otherwise,
mean like
you're
in
not gonna buy the
general.
book.
Like in general, like I generally like Stripes. Like I like them in basic training more than when they're taking the mission later. So I like the setup of the movie like more
Oh,
than
is
the big
like
set piece finale.
is
Rocky
Jedi's
montage.
comment the real reason that you didn't put Chip Zdarsky on there, Pete?
No, because I am getting chips. All right, this year is also a year for some comebacks. We got some comebacks after was it, a year and a half to 2 years thereabouts. We got Saga back this year.
Yeah.
I still got to catch up on Saga too. This is another one that fell off. Even with a year and a half to catch
Yeah.
up, I still didn't catch up.
It was big news. They they had Saga parties and then midnight before, and they had some kind of giveaways and stuff that night. I know our friend Comic Man Andy is a huge fan of this, and he talked about it for a while. He loves this stuff. I have the first couple trades, but I haven't read them yet. I've never actually read this book, so.
I did.
So
I did for a while, but I fell off, and then it's so long ago, I forgot a lot of it.
So wasn't the reason that the book came back was because they had been picked up by Netflix or something, and they were going to have a series?
No, they'd always planned to take a break. I think they just
Okay.
their break was longer than I think they told. They said it was going to be like a year, and I think it just started lingering a little longer than they initially said. But
All right. I didn't know if that played any part in the.
yeah, I don't know.
Or not.
This is going to be not easy to adapt. But then again,
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
they've adapted quite a few things. I didn't think they'd be able to adapt. Invincible,
Yeah.
pretty good job there.
That was awesome.
All right, looking forward to that coming back.
Yeah.
But another thing that we got back was Gargoyles. Man, DNA just keeps doing all these covers and make me have to buy like
So good.
so much stuff these days. It's just
Yeah.
Dynamite. That's my only problem is why it had to be Dynamite.
They got the
Dynamite
lic-
makes way too many covers.
Yeah, if anything, I thought it would have been who's got some of their the Boom that does some of the Disney stuff now.
That did well with the
Like
Well,
Chippendales
Gargoyle-
and
Yeah, I don't know. Was it ID? No, it had to have
well, the
been.
original was there was the Marvel run that was pretty short, and then they went over to slave labor.
right, but recently they didn't Boom do some Disney titles.
Yeah, Boom did do like the Disney like the DuckTales and those types of
the
things.
afternoon stuff. So I thought that would have
Boom,
fallen
yeah.
to that. Apparently they sold separately.
Yeah, highest bidder on whichever license it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Darkwing Duck didn't make this list, but for our third one, we did get a twofer. So you're getting Madballs and Garbage Pail Kids coming back together in this crazy crossover event.
Also Dynamite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going big on the nostalgia. Yeah.
Now you got this right, Pete. Is it good?
I did get these. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not like it's not like an engaging.
Well, I don't
read.
expect it to be like earth shattering, but I mean, was it at least a decent read? Like some
Yeah.
comedy to it?
Flip through kind of thing. It's more of a flip through kind of book. And I think that's why they make so many covers. This is really just something you're buying for the nostalgia of the covers to make them look like the old Garbage Pail Kid trading cards, or you got the little bit of the crossover. They just made too many covers. It's just too hard to keep up with it. But it's still pretty cool to have them back. Because now they got Garbage Pail Kids Origins. There's like another series coming out with them. So with more covers.
And they're still making cards.
Yeah. They are still making the cards. Now, for the next little bit here, these are things that I kind of picked up on as most recommended. These are things that people kept telling me, you got to read this. You got to read this. You got to check this out. And good thing Matt's here, because I'm going to blame you for this first one. You guys telling me to either watch or read Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
I had to put that in here, because, yeah. And you guys were the only ones telling me. I've heard this was pretty good from a few folks. Some of the CBSI guys, too, were telling me. But we'll get to it. We'll get around to it.
Yeah, Sam tells you to watch this all the time, so I haven't seen it, but he's always saying how great this is.
Yeah, I mean, you can just watch the anime on Hulu or Crunchyroll, because it's pretty accurate. It's probably one of the most manga accurate animes out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'll have to check it. That'll probably be the easier thing to do. Because, I mean, I'm not going to find all those weekly Shonen Jumps to kind of get this. I mean, I have to go buy like a little trade or something.
Yes, Joe's doing Powerbomb was really good.
Yeah, Daniel Warren Johnson, right? That was so good.
Oh, yeah, this one. And I put Detective in here because, like I said, I picked them up because I was told that I should be reading them, and I will read them as soon as I can find like 00, the first one.
Yeah. Got to find where it starts.
I got to organize better. That's all. Things are just, if you guys could see, if I could do like one of those 360s in this room and you could see the hoarder, like, leaning tower of boxes of just comics stacked up on tops of boxes with G.I. Joe classifieds mixed in and Legos, and there's a box of optic basketball cards over there for some reason. This room's crazy. But
I heard you say that I heard you say the other day that they'll find you under a pile of boxes.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
It tipped. But like I said, we got double DC here because another one that I've been told has been very well received lately is Nightwing. Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing apparently has been also very, 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 very good. So another recommendation.
Has been very, very solid.
I have heard nothing but good stuff about this either, but again, I haven't read it.
Yeah, so that's why I said it's more personal. These are things recommended to me, so it's not recommended for everybody. So that's why I kind of said these are things you guys and some of you guys out there have been telling me to check out, and I hear you. I'll get to it. That's why I put them here, so I didn't forget.
There you go. It's another one.
Yeah, playing in Arizona. Look at that, bringing people back.
Wow. All right, I got to read that.
I mean, for the beginning part of the year, really the only books that were worth reading out of DC was Nightwing and then the Damian Wayne Robin solo series. Like that was it. And then DC finally started picking up a little bit with Batman and stuff like that. But I wasn't touching DC other than those two books towards
a lot of it was pretty rough there for a while. But these days, I mean, I'm hearing good things about Flash. It's good. The World's Finest, I hear, has also been good lately, and Action's turned it around. So there's talk again about DC as far as the comics go for reading. That's a good sign. So I can't say the same for a lot of Marvel. A lot of Marvel just kind of,
Oh wow, Sarah, that's. Can you put? Yeah, that's James Robinson Starman was so good. I love that series.
It's high praise.
Yeah, that's putting it way up there.
Oh, and even some DC Vampire. All right, so from the reads and the recommendations, we're going to go to the most speculated on the year. These are those books you just couldn't hear enough about. Starting with my man Steve Horn's favorite, Tosin Tuesdays. Tosin. Man.
Black Panther 3, and it's this A cover that everybody talks about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's 2 other ones, but this is the one.
Yeah, they don't care about the Jusco cover or the whatever the other variant is. Yeah, there's another regular variant, and then there's the one at 25, obviously.
Yeah.
But
this is Alex Ross, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody wants the Ross.
Yeah.
Plus, it's pretty cool. I mean, it is a cool cover, but I just don't know if we really need to keep speculating on Tosin in the way that people are. Like, I don't think there's much room to go up for him as a character. Like, what do you expect him to be?
Yeah, he's 6 years old right now, right?
That's not the same person. That's Toussaint.
Well, yeah, that's Toussaint.
Yeah.
The
That they're just going to do
Right.
like a
the
Nick
Hyundai.
Fury Jr. We're just going to call him T'Challa.
T'Challa Jr.
It's T'Challa again. But still, did enjoy that movie. Another book we probably didn't hear enough about this year was 8 Billion Genies.
The Pride of Michigan, as Marco would say.
That would be the great state of Michigan.
The great state of Michigan,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I got options. We'll see. I think Amazon,
Yep.
maybe.
It was Amazon, I'm pretty sure. Prime.
But some of the prices got a little crazy, especially with some of these exclusives,
Yeah, for sure.
which is why I put them on here so you can see that they had their market moving for a little while. Still are, I guess. And then finally, I just put this book here. It's not so much for this Spider-Verse book, but this is just in general any Spider-Man variant type character. Like every goddamn book.
Well, with that trailer that showed like every variant on there, so everybody on this cover was
about.
probably in that trailer.
Yeah. But I think eventually people will realize that doesn't mean you have to own every one of these books. You don't have to own all the first appearances of all these characters just because they flash their face on screen for 3 seconds,
Right.
and that's it.
I think the good part is that a lot of them are in the same book, right?
Yeah,
So,
there's a couple of, but that only makes the prices then get jacked up even more for people to. I don't know. These are
Right.
fun things to go find, like in the cheap buy. You find it for $1, you go, oh, that's kind of fun. Cowboy Spider-Man, cool. But
yeah,
you don't go out there. Oh well, I gotta look. This is the last one they got. This one's only 15. Everybody else is asking 25. I gotta pay $15 for this because why?
I mean, like seriously, like I mean, I could be wrong, but really, is the bombastic Bagman really gonna like have a big impact on in the movie? I mean, I could be wrong. But
Yeah, that's another one. That's a fun little footnote in history, but
yeah.
it's not really a whole character all of his own. It's just something he wore to get home.
Right.
I hear he's
some clothes.
pivotal. I hear
Yeah.
he's a pivotal character.
See, I say that, and then like
He
you
saves
know,
the day.
they made a Marvel Legends figure of him.
yeah.
So
The
it's
only
like,
thing
oh.
the only thing I'll say in positive to the bombastic Bagman is that he might be the one that gives us Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well, I didn't
'Cause
see a
that's
4
where
in
he
his
comes
shirt.
from, right?
Yeah,
It
That's where he
is.
comes from, right? So,
He's wearing one of Reed's.
They were very good
Blue
about
shirt.
hiding his chest, so we don't know if there's a 4 on his chest when
Yeah.
he's swinging. But
right.
I didn't see no 4.
Right.
All right, we're gonna go to the controversies on the year, and no, the GIMP didn't make our list.
What? Oh my God. Fail.
We can't play the Prince song.
But just say no to AI. This is the recent one. I think it's got a lot of people
Oh.
talking out there.
Mm-hmm.
AI art, and
Yeah.
it is
I've
what
seen
it is.
I've seen a lot of artists post this symbol and say that they're not allowed to. There's something you can do to have AI not use your art, but I don't know how all that works.
Well, it's like music sampling. Like these AI things are just taking their art and using it to formulate new art, I guess you would say, with no credit payments or anything like that. I get it. I would side with the artist on this. Is why I stopped moving forward. I was going to do one of those, and everybody was doing those Instagram posts. Hey, look at me, I'm cartooned, like I'm cartooned up. I was going to do it too, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
Riveting. I see, but
the
thing with the AI art though, like people are fill me on this. So people are getting upset that it's sampling other people's art.
The artists are getting upset.
Okay, that is sampling other people's art to make a different piece. So then why aren't you getting upset at all these creators at Comic Cons that are sitting there sampling your stuff and selling it for prints and things like that and claiming it to be their own? Like it just doesn't compute to me, because you see tables and tables and tables of people selling other people's work, or making small changes and selling people's work, and you're not getting upset about that, but you want to get upset about an AI scouring the internet and taking your whatever and repurposing it for something new. It just throws me, this whole controversy throws me for a loop.
Yeah, I mean,
I also never.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The only thing I could say to that, Matt, is like, when you have the people that you're talking about, they actually drew it, or they actually made that art. Where this, you're just going on a website and clicking a few buttons, and it's just being made automatically. So I mean, it's not a really strong argument, but there's at least a person behind that print that they made, that drew it, or that made it, or that created it in some way. Whether it's their version of a spider character or somebody else's drawing or quote unquote homage to something, at least that person did the work to do it. And this, like, I could go on some website now and go, like Hartman did a whole bunch of stuff on, I think, on SNS one time, where he showed a bunch of AI art, and it was he just went and clicked a bunch of buttons and typed in some stuff, and it got a bunch of weird stuff out of it.
But I would think like this would be like for maybe somebody who's poor and has a great story to tell and can't draw to save their life, but can write a great story. This would be a great tool for them to be able to get their work out there. And I don't know, I feel like this is something that should be maybe embraced a little bit more than trying to kill it. But I get why they're doing it, but I feel like it's
that's where you get in that dicey part. Like, it's one thing to try to use someone else's work to kind of get yourself noticed. It's another if you're making money off of somebody else. Because then it's like, well, I don't know how to play an instrument, but if I just use Metallica's music and I just sit here and sing, I can try to use that to land me an audition for something somewhere. But if I try to sell CDs of me singing their music and just using their music, I'm pretty sure they're going to get pretty mad. Rightfully so, that if I'm making money off of their work. I go to the music thing because I think it's the closest I could,
Oh, I mean, you can go to YouTube and find millions of people doing that, though. Doing covers of songs and making buco bucks off YouTube for covering a Taylor Swift song or anything like that. Like, it's no different.
Well, that's the thing. Not doing a cover. Like, it's one thing to do a cover, because then if you're playing notes that they played, but if you're just using straight up their pieces, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where I think where the AI, it's not making new. It's not like, hey, it's an homage. I'm drawing this Todd McFarlane ASM 1 myself. No, they just took ASM 1 and slapped it down onto something with something else.
Like Vanilla Ice versus Queen.
Yeah. No, see, mine is dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
It's different.
A little higher pitch up there.
But that said, we don't want to belabor the point with the controversy.
Yeah, no.
It's just one of the controversies, and that's why we got to talking about it. It's one of those things. Just like Whatnot versus Street Dates. There's a lot of different ways I could have went and used Whatnot as a controversy, but I thought this one was one of the more interesting ones of seeing like shops and retailers get mad that they promoted this book to be published, and then all of a sudden they're being told like, no, you got to hold to the street date, but then on their app they don't have to hold to that street date. So I don't know. There's a lot of craziness going on with this stuff.
Yeah, I remember stores were upset that they couldn't sell it. Yeah, and like Whatnot was already selling it.
Trying to get that jump.
Are they selling it like way ahead of the street date, so it would get to the person before the street date, or would it get to them near the street date?
I don't know.
You know?
I just
Well, I
read.
think by Whatnot's, I mean, you would know because you're on Whatnot. You listen to Whatnot more than I do, but Whatnot's policy says you have X amount of time to ship your product out after the
Right.
sale's concluded. Otherwise, you're in, direct defiance of their terms of service. So I would think that if they're selling this book and it doesn't street date for a month from now, they have to send it out because then you'd be in a
and they are.
violation of Whatnot's terms of service.
Right.
Yeah, just like when Target will release stuff early by accident. Oh, they put it on the shelf.
I don't know. So even with Target, I tried to buy an action figure at Target one time, and they wouldn't let me buy it.
Yeah. Now
guy took it from
their systems are a little more up to date to stop that from happening.
Yeah, it was like I was shocked. He like totally took it. It was a Blight figure from Batman Beyond, and I tried to buy it.
And then they get all accusatory. Where'd you find this?
Like it was on the shelf.
Like, did you go in our back room?
What do you mean I can't buy it?
They had
I
our
was
stock
pissed.
room.
I was so mad.
And then I guess we had to do the big one, right? We had Acetate Gate had to make this because well, it said
Yeah.
everybody talking.
Yep.
I mean, this built channels. People
Yeah,
just covered
for
just
sure.
this.
Like there was people that covered this like every day for weeks.
It caused divorces. A man stole another man's wife.
This would make a great like Hallmark movie.
Oh, I heard it's already going to be optioned to be a Netflix documentary in 2024.
Wow.
Yeah, they made the Pepsi guy, the Pepsi plane guy.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? This could be a
I mean, they made a 3-episode documentary about a dude who called and pretended to be a police officer and got McDonald's and workers to sexually assault other workers. So,
oh shit, that's right.
Netflix will do anything.
Wow.
But I don't know if we'll see this again. I'm sure we'll see something similar, but I don't know. This was definitely different for the comic community. It had a lot of different facets, a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous.
A lot of line cutting.
Yeah, you had that. You had, influencers becoming a dirty word. So much fun. But this year also marked the end of an era for a few titles and even publishers out there. This is the end for G.I. Joe with IDW. Issue 300 just came out not that long ago, so G.I. Joe will no longer be published by IDW. So it is the end of an era there.
Yeah.
For so long they've been running with this.
Since issue 155.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's pretty close to as long as the Marvel run, right? Probably longer, because I think they restarted.
No,
No,
they
had
said it
a
was
series.
156, right?
Oh, 155 and a half was their lead.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't somebody else also do a 150? Did IDW do more than one 155? Like, I can't remember.
They've done a couple of
Image
different
series too for a little bit.
Yeah, they did another series. It wasn't a Real American Hero, but it was
Yeah.
just
They've
a
done like
G.I.
specials
Joe.
and best of and things too.
But it wasn't just G.I. Joe that IDW lost. They basically lost most of their IP, including Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where these are going to end up, but they've been there for a while. And I like the IDW book. I mean, see, I like the IDW 1 in 10s, the subcover, the subscription covers. These were fun books to go and hunt. So I'm still going to go looking for the old books, but it is sad that this era is over. Because they'll probably end up at like Dynamite, and there's going to be 90 million covers for every book now. And
yeah.
it's
I was
gonna
just going to say that.
be a headache to collect.
Wow.
In that vein, we would get some Sundium covers, right, for G.I. Joe and Transformers?
Mm,
That might be a plus.
maybe.
I hope it's Skybound.
Yeah, Skybound wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, Kirkman or just
And then recently we lost Aftershock. There were a lot of titles here. I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
I put Animosity and Walk Through Hell on here because they were ones I remember early on, but you had that Baby Teeth and
We Live, Kaiju
Yeah.
Score. there was definitely there was a couple other ones too.
Yeah, there were a couple. I was trying to think of. There's a couple more that I had in my head. Because you had the Donny Cates one. Then there was was it Jimmy's Bastards or something? Was it Ennis had one? I don't know. Oh yeah, well Ennis had Walk Through Hell too, but I don't know. So long, Aftershock.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think they'll stick around.
Think they'll recover from the bankruptcy?
Yeah, I mean it's just Chapter 11, so they can continue operations while they're going through it. But Marvel did the same thing, and they're still around. So, I mean, I don't really see Aftershock going away. I think they can recover from it.
Well, some of the titles maybe move on though. I mean, a lot of these are creator owned.
Possibly,
take the title. I'm going to go to, Boom or wherever.
Yeah.
Source Point.
Well,
I have hopes for Aftershock, but
yeah, we'll see what happens to them. But they did have a solid run there for a while. But this year also gave us some new publishers. Double O reminded me of some of these new boys that showed up on the block this year, like Artist Elite. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, this was creator owned. I think like a lot of creators, like Tyler Kirkham, has something to do with this, and there was a list of like 12 artists that were like part of this when it first launched.
Almost like Image.
Yeah, kind of like that. Oh, I can't, man. The name of the thing escapes me. That Kirkham was doing. It was a video game related thing that he was doing, and he brought it here. Whoa.
I can't remember. Drawing a blank, but Brett Booth has this Lost Serpent Prince book, and that's an Uncanny 268 homage there on that that number one. Redoing a little Jim Lee action. But we also got Opus. So this is more music related, I guess. Musical tie-ins.
They've been putting in out tons of music related stuff along with the Death Theater thing. They just like burst on the scene. Middle of the year, all of a sudden they were putting stuff out.
Yeah, I picked the Castlevania homage because, well, I like Castlevania. And I think it's a pretty solid cover.
Sweet cover.
Yep. I picked up a Breath of the Wild Zelda cover from Opus as well. I'm not going to say the name of the band because I'm embarrassed that I bought it.
It's okay. We're all friends here. And then our last one here, new publisher out there, Merc. I like that Lobos cover.
Yeah, this was as well. Middle of the year, they showed up and started putting stuff out. Miss Meow and Death Rage they came out swinging with the covers.
Yeah, they also have some I don't know if they're really ratios or just more expensive variants. It's like this is a $10 variant. They have some some of the risque covers, which I know Marco would make fun, but yeah, I could appreciate a good cover here and there. But I do like Villa Lobos. He did a pretty sweet cover there on that Ms. Meow. Which takes us to our new artist section, where I picked out some artists that I think are interesting, that I newly learned about this past year and decided to put them in a quick little category, including Pablo Villalobos, who I like his style. It's got a little bit of a Hughes look to it, sense. It's got a few different inspirations, but I like it. That's his inset 1 in 25 for Black Cat Mary Jane on the left. And then this is, I think, just the regular cover. I don't know if it's a store, but the Sins of Sinister is coming. But he's getting more work. And I like it, personally. James Kreider put me on to Villalobos, so give him credit for a couple of these, actually. Actually, all of these. Yeah, this is the James Kreider section of the program.
I kind of like that Mary Jane and Black Cat. It looks, I don't know, almost like cell shaded with a background.
Yeah, because it's got that thick black outline.
Yeah, layered on top of almost like I know it's not a photo, but it almost looks like a faded photo.
Yeah.
In the background.
I dig it. Go check out his stuff. He's got some new covers coming, and some of them are pretty good. I just picked these two just to get something on the deck. But then another one that I've talked about lately on the show, Flops. I like this kind of retro, kind of like 70s vibe to the art. Something about it. I just like it.
Yeah, I dig it. It looks nice.
So far, only like exclusives, but we'll see. See if we get some regular work in there eventually. Like I think that first one was a Third Eye variant for Rogues Gallery, and then did a couple of Betty and Veronica for Stadium. I think again, store exclusives.
Gotcha.
Store exclusives aren't a dirty word. I just don't normally talk about them because I'm not trying to promote the stores or their books, but I buy the ones I like. So, and I'll show you the ones that I bought because, well, I like them. And then our last artist, or my last artist, I shouldn't say our, I should just say my, but my last artist that James Kreider put me on is this young lady, Anna Marcano. These aren't even really comics as more as these are like almost like art books. They're like they have like prints inside. This is like a Mad Love Publishing, I think, Mad Love Comics. Super limited print runs on these things, but just gorgeous. The art's just, if you like this like more of like the digital kind of like look, which I like the hand drawn stuff. I like it all. Like if you're good, you're good. Whatever medium you decide to use.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I dig her style. So I put her on the list and see if she gets some regular work there as well. I think that Poison Ivy is like a newer one, and that's Zatanna I picked up a couple weeks ago. I just like it, so that's why I put them on this list. Hoping they get more work, get them a little more exposure. But our final segment for our best of 2022, we are going to go with the regular old cover artist, and this isn't so much focus on like my favorite artists or our favorite artists. I picked for this section, like these are the artists that kind of hit the scene and everybody started talking about them. Much like Peach Momoko a couple of years ago when she became the new It artist. That was the new cover artist of the time. I think it's hard to argue for a stretch. Sozo Micah wasn't that. Not to say she isn't anymore, but she's getting so much more work. It's not the same level of those first few books that came out. Those first few Catwoman books were just insane.
Yeah, that 39 like exploded when it first came. I think they reprinted that a couple times and made a store exclusive out of it, and yeah, that was definitely a big book. And she's been doing she did the incentives for a while, but I think she switched over to regular.
Yeah.
She's one of the regular cover artists for Catwoman.
Yeah, like
now.
the B covers or the limited trade dress, whatever they call them.
Yeah, because she started out doing the 1 in 25s.
Yep.
So.
And that's what happens. Like a lot of these artists, they get that, and then people start like think about Delato, like all those early Delatos, all those variants people paid super high dollar for. But then the second he just starts doing B covers for just like Batman and stuff, then all of a sudden people just forget. Doesn't mean the art's any worse. It's just people aren't chasing those books anymore because they're readily available.
Yeah.
All right. So our next one, this will probably cause some chatter amongst you. And again, I'm not putting this on the list because I think this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I put this on the list because all of you out there started paying a lot of money for these, even though it was a very similar look that Kirkham started doing all of these battle damaged covers for every character you could think of, because it was a thing. It still is a thing. Maybe not as much as it once was, but people were paying like $700 plus raw for these Invincible books. There's like 4 different versions, and because they were whatnot exclusives. Again, I'm not here to try to run down whatnot or anything like that. It is what it is. Just keep in mind when that's the only source for these books, it is a little weird that the only way you can get them is one at a time from a handful of people. It makes it kind of tough. There's not a true market when it's controlled that way, but it is what it is. Nobody's putting a gun to anybody's head to say you got to bid it up to 700 or wherever these people were paying for these things.
Right.
I thought about selling. I got this. I got 2 of these actually. I got comped them because I was early in selling on whatnot. I haven't done it quite a long time.
So do I. I got Omni-Man and Adam Eve.
Yeah. I got my name on the back of it too.
Me too.
So that's why I'm not getting rid of it. I think it's kind of fun.
The same thing me. Like that's why I'm not getting. I got him.
Yeah.
I got Tyler Kirkham to sign them at San Diego Comic-Con. They're
Nice.
books that I plan on keeping, not selling, just because my name's on the back of them. And that's
Exactly.
pretty sweet, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, $700 would have been nice, but this is for my collection. It's kind of cool. But that said, I didn't think at the time that they were going to be doing every character. Like we got Moon Knight, you got Punisher, you got every Invincible character that are outside of
Do you poo?
Boys.
They have a Do You Poo
the
one.
Do You Poo one.
Do you poo? Yeah.
The boys. You're right. Yeah, they did the boys. So many of these, and then you got other artists. Again, homaging this look because it's become a thing.
My issue with this isn't I love Tyler Kirkham's art. He's a great dude. Had a conversation at San Diego Comic-Con, and I don't even care what Whatnot's doing with these. My issue with these is the disturbance it causes at cons, because now you've got a big Whatnot presence at conventions now, like the bigger conventions like San Diego, and these Whatnot dealers are coming to the artist table and just getting stacks upon stacks. Like I told the story, I was standing in line at Comic-Con and some Whatnot seller in front of me got 300 copies of this book signed by Kirkham. I had to stand there while he signed 300 copies of these books for this dude to go sell on his Whatnot channel. It just like it's just caused such a disturbance in trying to get through con lines and all that. That's just really irked my craw about these Kirkham covers.
Were these all issue number ones?
Mm-hmm.
Because I see number one on both of those there.
These two. I think Adam Eve might have been 2. They might have reprinted issue 2 for Adam Eve. I'm not positive though.
Gotcha.
And then I don't know what they did for what issue. I think it's probably Moon Knight 1 and Punisher 1 or whatever. The other characters they decided to do. But
on a side note, I don't know if that came out this year, but Invincible was pretty. I just watched it recently, and
no, it was actually last year. Otherwise I would have put it on.
Yeah,
that was
the end of last year.
Just watched it last couple weeks ago, and I thought it was one of the best things I've watched in a long time.
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2.
Yep.
Next year.
Okay, it's good. I'll wait.
Yeah, I don't know when next year, but it's 2023. We are getting season 2.
Take your time, do it well. I'm good.
All
I
right.
think we're getting a trailer at some point too.
Yeah. We should.
I've heard big announcements early January. So
it's probably gonna be
That's
early.
fine. I don't care. I don't need a trailer.
I'm hoping it's spring. I'm hoping it's spring that we get it, but we'll see. All right, the final one I have here is kind of a more recent, maybe the last couple of months, a little bit of a thing happening, and that's Dan Parent doing all of these Dave Stevens homages. I like them, but man, the limited nature of these things has caused some of these things to get pretty pricey. But it's become a thing. Archie books are back in front of us again because of this. Do we credit Dave Stevens? Do we credit Dan Parent? I don't know. But I put Dan Parent here on the list because he was doing these. And I do like Dan Parent. And I like his art.
Yeah.
And I love Dave Stevens. But it's just kind of funny how this turned around. All of a sudden, there's so many of these being done. I missed out on the most recent one that he did that they're coming out on the Space Vixens, I think it's a Space Vixens cover homage. I don't know, but it's just so hard keeping up on these things. But don't go paying market. No. And that's it. That's all I got for you for our comics. So we'll see you all in 2023 with these, with our best of, I guess.
Nice.
We still got one more. We still got one more segment. Unless you guys want to chit chat about something else before we get to it.
Well, we're missing the chat's doing really well.
I can't keep up with the chat.
I know you had a lot going on.
I need to get you access to show the comment. Well, Matt, you can show the comments whenever you want. Anything jumps out.
I'm not signed into it. I should have signed in before I jumped in.
That's all right. But yeah, we got some of these guys in here.
Is that JJ?
JJ's blaming Kirk. Well, JJ, you can come in here and blame him in person if you want. Does he?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. You never know.
I hadn't heard that.
That sounds more like a Kyle thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe the other way around. That Dan Parent might want to punch Kyle.
Punch Kyle? Yeah.
I'm picking on Kyle because he couldn't make it tonight. But make sure you guys come back on Saturday for SNS because I don't know. I might go swinging by over there this week too. Since
y'all know what happened last time Pete swung by.
Somebody can't make it.
Y'all
Yeah, I don't know what happened the last time I was there either. What was that all about?
I just showed up.
Son of a bitch.
Not even supposed to be here today.
That's what I was going for. I was going for clerks.
Pete, you came in and you pulled a shooty gawa. Will someone tell me what's going on here?
I will say though, that wasn't even the first time. I was on the week before too when you guys had what's it, Ibrahim Mustafa. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but that dude's cool. Like if you check out his channel, I've been watching it like since that show, like with him doing his custom figures. If you're into that kind of thing, I thought it was kind of cool. Like him doing his Michael Knight Rider and watching him do his little Gosling Drive character. It's pretty cool. So go check him out. He hit his 1,000, by the way.
Oh, nice.
When he was on our show, when he was on the show I was on SNS, he was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers at the time. He was like at 800 or 900, so he hit it in that time. Yeah, Hartman shined. He stood out. I was gonna say, do you want to come back in, or
I'd like to clarify that statement real quickly because I was actually talking about two things real quickly. First off, I was talking to some people that are creating the AI over there at Samsung tonight, and we're going to have to pull a Connors situation on that if y'all know what I mean. But don't worry, we'll take care of it. AI is not taking over. Number two, I would like to add, this is my issue with Dan Parent. I don't think I've said this before, and this is probably going to make a lot of people.
oh boy, so you do.
Yeah.
Sareth wasn't wrong.
No, he's not wrong. So I have a very good friend. I have a very good friend who used to be a Parent fan up until probably about 6 months ago. And he had commissioned Dan Parent for...
I do remember.
Yeah, you know who it is. Dub knows who this is.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dan Parent, Pete's not going to like the story. Actually, there's some... Not Pete. One of Pete's friends is really going to hate this story. So Dan Parent was commissioned to do a series of 6 original artworks for covers based on Archie comic books and throwbacks.
Mm-hmm.
He did one. My buddy not only purchased the book, he also purchased the OE. Then a whatnot user, or whatever they call themselves, decided that they wanted to get into that business. So they went and looked through his artwork. Well, he had a picture of this OE and this book. And he also had the second book that he was supposed to do in this series. Yeah. So this person from Whatnot decided that they were going to offer him a lot of money to remake the book that already my friend owned the OE for and had paid Dan a lot of money for.
Hey.
So, yeah, when I saw him in Baltimore, I informed him who I was, told him what my real name was, and informed him who my friend was. Dan Parent didn't like any of those words. So I said, Dan, well, probably shouldn't show up to the fucking awards because I'm going to be there too. But yeah, no, that's why I don't want to punch him in the face. I just think it's kind of shitty, dude. If you create OE and you sell somebody OE, you should not recreate the OE for somebody else and for their book. Yes? No?
I agree.
Zaggy, get out of here. I'm not in full character. I'm actually in real. We have a huge party going on, and I'm not in real character here. But I was over there, and they were talking about. Of course, somebody pulled out a guitar, and you know my opinion. If you think you could play the guitar and you're like 50, and you're not in a fucking real band, like you made a shit ton of money and sniffed a lot of coke, you ain't that good, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. So
I gave my love a
no, I don't. I'm like Pluto in fucking.
That's what I'm doing.
In Animal. Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking grabbing that shit and breaking it. So instead of breaking this guitar, I'm here now telling you a story about Dan Parent, which is gonna fuck me later on, but it's all right. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, the guy's got to make money. I get it, but I do think it's kind of dishonest to recreate OE that you created 6 months ago, right? Dub, you know who I'm talking about, right, Dub?
So he created this original art OA for your friend. What is E? I don't know what E is.
I don't know. I've been drinking a lot, but you know
Okay,
what I'm
just
saying.
making
You
sure.
know this story, Dub.
Yeah,
you know
right.
the guy.
I'm just clarifying for
Yes,
it was a little
clarify.
confusing. Yeah.
Explain what I was saying.
He's
Yeah.
translating.
Right.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
so
I'm
Dan
a bit
Parent
deeper.
created art for your friend,
Happy
and
holidays.
then somebody else saw the art.
I think he's
and
your friend
decided
too.
decided to pay Dan Parent a bunch of money. So then he sold it to the other guy.
After
and
he
it
already
was-
gave it to the
after
other
he-
guy, he
right.
just recreated it.
Just do it
They
again.
recreated that, yeah, the same page again because that whatnot seller or whatever the exclusive guy.
By the way, this isn't our friend Steve Horn. By the way, great man. It's not Steve Horn. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Dub. Sorry.
Yeah, and then so he just he sold it to the other guy after he recreated it. So it's original art. It should have been a 1 of 1, and now it's no longer the 1 of 1, and now it's on a cover of a book.
That's a whatnot book. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's very you're saying it's unethical.
It's fucked. You're a piece of
it's
shit.
not
You're kind of a
cool.
piece of shit for doing some shit
Yeah.
like that. Like
Like,
no
come up with
offense. Like
something
I don't
know.
give a shit. Like I don't. Hey, I hope
kind of a
everybody
piece
makes
of
their
shit.
fucking
No
money.
offense.
I don't care. I hope everybody makes
offense.
their money. But like, you don't make money by fucking people. Like, especially in this business. Like, well, at least I don't. Like, I'm one of the outliers, but I still
Depends
don't
what your
believe.
job
Like,
is.
huh?
I mean,
Yeah,
if
well,
that's-
this is the other. Well, this is the balls on Parrot. He
saying,
had the
you're
fucking
an
balls
expert
to go
for
over
that.
to my boy and then go like, "Hey, by the way, I got the third piece in that 6-pair set. By the way, you need to pay me upfront money." My boy's like, "What the fuck? I just saw my cover on Whatnot. What the? Go fuck yourself. Like, go fuck yourself." So I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Please tell me
Weird.
I'm
I'm on
wrong.
the same page as Hartman.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say
you got to go ahead.
At the very least, he should have contacted your friend and said, "Hey, this guy's offering me to do that cover again. What's your opinion, and do you want in on it?"
Oh no, he didn't. No, the problem with him is there's not a lot of.
Well, I think
secondary
he should have
conversation.
done.
Yeah. Well, now he's not. Now he's just not going to come back this way. So like.
Well, right, but
Yeah, I mean, you're not coming back in this market, so good luck with that. 'Cause
yeah, just not cool.
I don't know if it's a drunken rat as much
Not
as like
yet.
a fireside chat with y'all. I have to get back to this. These people are missing me, obviously. However, I'd just like to say great job on the show tonight. Good to see everybody. Hey, Matt, real quickly, are we doing New Year's on S&S situation, or are we going to do it on a dark side situation? Which one are we going to do? Because we got to have all the group together from the channel for that. So you guys figure that out and let us know.
Don't ask me. I won't be there.
Why not?
I can go into a New Year's party, so I won't be.
No,
got
you're
plans.
not. No, you're not.
Yeah,
No,
I
you're
am.
not. No,
I am.
Your basement doesn't count as a New Year's party. Let's
Not going
be real.
okay.
No, Pete's going on SNS possibly this Saturday because Matt's not going to be.
Yeah, I
there.
was chatting with Kyle, and Kyle couldn't come on today.
In Arizona, we don't have basements.
Really,
God,
we don't have them on the
that's
lake
like
either because it's the gold chain. I don't go out with it much. It's somewhere around here. Okay, so here's the
Only wear it
stack
with
of
your turtleneck.
here's the stack of money. So here's the stack of. I can't believe that. Do you know that Wayseeker thought that money was fake? Okay. Should I wear this back over there?
Oh my god! Yes. Go back to your
By the way,
with shades
Sarth,
on.
is he making an ethnic comment there too? Does he think all of us fucking Mediterraneans need to wear fucking cross chains?
I don't know. But Joe's
I think
got
that
a-
was kind of. I think
something
Sarth
we
was
could
kind
do
of
with
coming
that.
a little bit with the ethnic comment at that point. But it's
I
all
don't
right.
know. Like you, I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think
why
you've
No,
shown
I'm
off
just
the gold
joking. I'm
chain
joking.
before.
I'm joking. Did you guys should. That was probably I actually just showed that video of you guys in that fucking interview in front of like 60 people on the big screen. It was fucking hilarious. No, sorry. I know. I'm just joking with you. All right. Well, I gotta go take care of some billies. I appreciate that. But since Sarth asked, and he's a great member of the chat, I decided that I would explain that real quickly. What else are you guys doing tonight? What else do you have going on? What's next?
We got the tier list.
Do you? Did you guys
Movies.
talk about this situation? Make sure that everybody reads the article on the one they sent you earlier about like, hey, just because they don't send you paperwork doesn't mean
No, we didn't get into it.
Okay, maybe we'll get into that later. I just want to make sure everybody's covered with that too. Like, I don't want people to get fucked on it because people are giving
Well,
out.
I
a lot
don't think
bad
any of us
information.
could have articulated it as well as you do.
Yeah, I'm not a
So
CPA.
we can probably
so-
hold.
I'm
off
not
until-
CPA either. I'm just saying,
I
like,
agree with that.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, do know that just because they're not giving you a piece of paper. Hey, JJ, what's going on?
Talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah. So just because they don't give you a piece of paper doesn't mean they didn't report it already. And actually, they're using the reporting of your information to try to get it bumped up. And hopefully we get 5 to 10K out of it. I won't tell you why that makes a big difference. Wink, wink, nod, nod. But I will tell you this, that they did already file your paperwork. Like they've already been filing it per quarter. So if you think you're going to get away with that, good luck. Good luck. You don't get chains like this by doing that. I'll just tell you that. All right, guys. Sorry. I'm going to have a good New Year's. I'll probably party with you guys because I got little kids. So we're going to do the fake pull down. Why has nobody let JJ in the chat? JJ,
I want to
what's
make
going
sure
on,
he was
man?
ready to roll.
What's up?
What'd you
I'm good.
think?
About what?
Nothing. I don't know. What
Oh.
Tyson? I technically Run DMC has one dead member, a preacher for a second member, and nobody's
He's
heard
not
from
technically. J Master J is dead. He's not technically
Well, that's
dead.
technicality. He's technically dead.
He's
Like,
literally dead.
both.
One of them's writing a comic book, I think.
Yeah, DMC's got his own comic.
He does. I learn more about the BS with modern comics. I feel.
And then I thought Rev Run was at the Kennedy Awards tonight. When my wife was like, "I think that's Run," and it wasn't. It was LL Cool J in silhouette.
Oh,
But yeah, when you talk about investments too, that's where I feel like. That's where I feel like. You should.
What was the
Who?
silhouette?
Me and Run
He had the
DMC.
hat. He had the hat.
Oh,
And he had
the
the
hat.
stance. He had like the wide stance, so it did look.
JJ, what's going on? How was your Christmas, bud?
It's all right. Didn't do much.
I really
Pretty much
got
stayed
it
in
wrong.
because of the weather.
Oh yeah. Shit, it's cold as fuck out here.
Yeah, it was.
Anybody want a couple kids? Giving them cheap. Yeah. This cold's really been something fun. Yeah. What else we got? What else you guys got? So you getting tier? What's your tier list today? You do know I'm punching in the clock here, Pete.
It's,
so I can get a couple minutes
It's
so I can
all
get my
the comic-related movies, TV shows, and video games released this year.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm out on that, man. I'm out on that. All right, hey, real quickly though, I do want to say I got a lot of Christmas wishes from a lot of people here. Sorry I didn't get back to you in the DMs, but I did read them. I just thank you and Merry Christmas to all you guys, and we'll see you on Sunday. Is it Sunday our next live show?
Yeah, for Star Wars,
okay, cool.
Sunday. Well, Saturday. Right. Saturday we'll be here Saturday.
Who will?
I'll probably will.
Everybody but me.
Is
Yeah,
that New
everybody but
Year's?
Matt, Kyle.
New Year's
So we're
Eve
doing
is
the New Year's show on Saturday.
I'll
Are
be
we doing
popping
the New Year's? That's what I was asking. Are we doing the?
Well,
I
if
need to
you
know
want
because
to.
we're planning like 6 parties right now. Am I going out and having a good time, or am I going to hang out with all you guys
That's up
and
to
have
you.
a good time?
I mean, that show only goes from what 7 to 9. So
Yeah,
I mean,
we're not running it
in
to
Arizona, it goes our time like 9.
No, in Arizona it goes from 5 to 7.
Holy shit! Well,
So
you know,
it's
if I
only-
get on a
It'll
show,
be over by
as
like 10 o'clock.
as Jedi pointed out earlier, if I'm on a show, you do know it's going to run at least 3 hours. So therefore,
It's already
figured-
run 3 hours. That takes it to 10 at
What-
the most.
so Saturdays are New Year's show Saturday. We're making this official.
If you want.
New Year, wait,
Sure.
are you talking New Year's Day or New Year's Eve?
Eve.
Yeah.
Star Wars will be on New Year's Day.
Right.
Whatever
We could-
one we get the whole fuck off. All right, wherever we get the whole channel together.
Oh, watch
All right.
both is the point.
Yeah, watch Saturday.
All you guys in the
watch
chat,
Sunday.
just come hang out.
One of the days will be the New Year's.
All right, you're not. We got to delete a comment here. She got blocked. My wife's telling me that I need to go back to the party. So she just got blocked. I'll be back at the party real quickly. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy. Later. All right, bye.
All right, so after that segue, yeah, we still do have our tier list to get into.
I'm just holding out a couple more Maker's Marks down. He'll come back and we'll get a real rant about taxes and not paying.
Oh, we will.
taxes. And
Yeah,
We will.
he's building it up.
All right, so for this, these are going to be the movies that came out in 2022, the TV shows, and the video games. We're just doing basically, it's almost a pass-fail. It's either the best of the year or it's the worst. So no in-betweens, no hemming and hawing. I put it up there. We got to decide.
Ooh, all right.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Exactly.
No meh.
Do my- What's
No
up?
man.
No breaks.
All right.
Yeah.
You
so
like
it's
it? Okay.
best of and worst of. So, I'm going to start us off hot. Love and Thunder.
Yeah, pass.
Ass.
Wasn't that bad.
So, your pass, you're saying this is best.
Oh no,
Yes.
then fail.
That's what I mean. Is it
Fail?
either best of the year or it's worst of the year?
I thought it was like a pass-fail thing.
Well, I'm just saying in the same sense of it's either the best or the worst, one or the other.
Fail.
No middle ground.
Worst is kind of strong.
It is, yeah.
I know. That's what makes this interesting.
Best
least
is
to
also
me.
kind of strong.
Hey,
You have
pass and
no
fail is
passes
different
in the
from
chat.
pass and fail.
They're all fails in the chat.
There's a bunch of fails and worst.
I guess it goes in worst then. I don't know.
Worst. Well,
I didn't think it was
Harvey
that
gave
bad.
Good.
I mean,
I think it was a letdown for a lot of people with the.
I didn't even think it was the worst Marvel movie of the year.
I didn't either.
I don't think it
but
was the worst
War of the
Marvel
God
show
Butcher
or
stuff was
anything.
Yeah, ultimately,
Yeah.
if we got to do best or worst, though, I think I got to agree with the chat with the worst
Yep,
because
I have to agree as well.
I like
Yeah.
Taika Waititi. I love Ragnarok, but a lot of the jokes didn't hit, and this movie didn't have nearly the rewatch value that Ragnarok did. I don't even know if I did rewatch it.
I've seen
I
it
have
a
not.
couple times. It's hard. It is hard to get past Gore if you've read the comic books, but
He wasn't
You know,
even that bad. Like Gore wasn't that bad. It's like
it wasn't that bad. But if you're going to compare it to the comic book, you're going to be let down.
Yeah, I think they had a real opportunity, like I've said before, to really knock it out of the park and give you another villain that people can get behind, much like Thanos.
Mhm.
And Gore's story, almost to where you can sympathize with him and get behind what he's doing, and to give you a more like interactive and in-depth story. And they didn't do. They give you a very watered down version of Gore, which I think overall hurt the movie.
Fighting snakes.
Yeah.
All right, Mike,
it's
you're
all
right.
worse.
That's where we're putting it.
Yeah.
It's
But
it's not that it is the worst, but yeah, out of the two, that's where it's got to go.
Yeah.
All right, so up next.
To be fair, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I didn't see this either.
I watched it. My son wanted to watch it. It's not bad, but it's not great. Like, I watched it. But putting in best of it doesn't feel like I don't want to watch it again. I'll say that. Like I don't have a strong need to watch this again. But the first time, okay, you get a couple of Kevin Hart jokes.
Did you watch it with your kids?
Yeah.
Did your kids want to watch it again?
Yeah, do they like it?
Yeah. Well, no. Actually, he hasn't wanted to watch it again. He hasn't been calling for it.
Then maybe it's worse.
I
Might
say
be.
worse because who does The Rock think he is? Thinking he can play Superman's dog and Black Adam in the same year.
I was just gonna say like The Rock might be 0 for 2 on this list.
Yeah, but I know we want to give it that pass, but
Like I said, though,
think
if the audience didn't even like it,
I never saw it. So
yeah, without strong support from anybody out there, I think I gotta put it into worst because yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it for the one time, but I have zero interest in watching it again. It's going in the worst. Making that call.
fair call.
Yeah.
And like Matt said, here we go.
Worst.
Pile on if you want. I still haven't watched it.
I don't know. Was it the worst DC this year?
Yeah, because the only other DC I can think of this year was the Batman.
Yeah, and I like Batman.
Yeah. I'm indifferent on Black Adam. I liked it. I think there was a couple things they should have done differently with it, but
See, this is hard, yeah, because it was better than Thor, but I didn't really care for it either, though. So
the only thing I'll say for it is that I watched it when it came out on HBO Max. So then I watched it all the way to the mid-credit scene or whatever it is. All right. I felt that mid-credit scene at the very end should have been part of the movie. It should have been in the beginning part when they had what's her name there, the Amanda Waller, and they should have incorporated him into the movie. I think it would have made the movie a lot better, but because it doesn't fit at the end of the movie, right? I don't think it fits at the end of the movie.
I think Joe Doolin hit it on the head.
Yeah, but that's why I didn't want to put that in there. Otherwise, we would just have a whole pile of middle grade. We got to go one or the other. Terry wants to
I
give
guess
it a pass.
based on Batman, it'd be a fail. So, in comparison, for DC.
Oof. So we're starting off hard. We're starting off 3 for 3 in the worst.
Yeah.
Rough
down
year so
swinging.
far.
Got a long ways to go here.
We do. Well, not that long, but we do got a ways to go. All right, let me get rid of that one. Okay. Maybe we'll get our first one in the best. It wasn't as good as the first one. I will give you that. But I still enjoyed this movie.
It's tough to call it the worst, given the hour-long Chadwick Boseman tribute kind of went on. But
it was only like 25 minutes.
I don't know.
The whole movie was.
It felt like an hour.
I like this movie. So I would give it a pass.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this to hitting Disney Plus, and I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Maybe at that time I'll see how long it felt.
Yeah, that's the one thing I would say, that when I brought my wife to see it, she was like, "How long is this movie?" It's because it kept going on.
It was too long. It was definitely too long.
I can't wait for it to hit Disney Plus so I can watch it for the first time.
Oh, that was for Black Adam. I think Arizona's where we start for here. Yeah, because it kind of was.
Yeah, I mean, in a way.
Memorial.
To be fair, this year that might not be saying a whole lot, though.
Yeah,
it's
a fair assessment, but it is low bar.
I like this one. I'm gonna give it a pass.
Is this how we lose Zaggy? Yeah, I'm still saying it's still the best for me. Yeah, she could be getting nominated. I don't know about an Oscar, but she's nominated for a Golden Globe at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
TMNT doesn't like it, though. I can't put it in the worst, though. So we're ultimately giving this a pass?
Best.
Or
Yeah,
I shouldn't say pass.
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah,
Best.
Wasn't
Yeah.
best.
All right. Now we have the
best.
Batman.
Best.
Yeah, might have been the best comic movie of the year.
I might agree with that.
Arguably.
Best comic movie, I would probably agree with you.
Yeah, movie. I think it probably is.
Right.
I really
enjoyed this.
I liked it a lot. I just wish they would have trimmed it a little bit. There was like certain things I wish. I mean, I'm being nitpicky, but like, you know, if they trimmed out like 25, 30 minutes, it would have been like the perfect movie. It would have been 10 out of 10. But that being said, I still passed it and I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of movies that you can say that about, though, right?
Fair
Doug?
enough.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
you know.
I'll give you. It did have that sense. There was a stretch where you thought the movie was over, and like, no, we're not over yet.
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite Return of the King, where we have like 15 different endings. It just, it just wasn't over with yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put this in best though.
But yeah, I did. This is probably the best for this year.
Yeah.
Or at least my personal favorite for the year. If Corbin were here, he'd be singing its praises. If Marco were here, he'd be talking about Twinkle Sparkle and wouldn't get past that.
Yeah, wasn't this the movie where the lady fell asleep on his shoulder?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, right.
That's like,
He had a clipboard and saw it with some strangers. Yeah.
Yeah, he took a
He goes
census
everywhere with
afterwards.
Right.
He took a pulse of the theater afterwards.
Yeah.
Nope. You play that kind of thing close to the vest, you don't go throwing those terms out.
take a survey.
All right, moving on to our next one. We're not done. Granted, these aren't in an order of any, like, it's not chronological or anything. I just kind of threw them all in a pile, and this is what we got. So we got Multiverse of Madness.
This is a fail for me.
Yeah, same here.
This is a toughie. This is more borderline to me. This is more.
I might have actually just liked this one more than Thor.
Really? I was going to say I did like
maybe
this one more than Thor.
Yeah, I have to put this in. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in best because it was definitely better than Thor, but that's not the only reason. I mean, there was enough there, and I like Wanda, so
Wanda was good.
yeah,
The Illuminati was a weak
Stupid.
moment.
yeah.
Well,
To be fair, it was a weak moment of the movie. As much as we were excited and built up to have it, and that musical fight scene was a little weird, but
Yeah.
I'll let them have that for trying something new.
Sam Raimi should never get another comic book movie ever
No.
again. He's ruined 2 now.
We got the pizza. We got the pizza balls.
Yeah.
2
What
now.
was he? The Pizza King or Pizza Papa?
Pizza Papa.
Pizza Papa.
But it's called Multiverse of Madness, and you really get 2 universes. It should
Yeah.
be called Falling Through the Multiverse of Madness, because that's where you got to see all the other
you had
universes
a-
when they're just falling through them.
You had a
All right,
character
that's a
introduced
fair
that you really
point.
didn't need to introduce. Like, did we really need that character of America? Could have been almost any character in a way.
Could have been any kid. All right, fair enough.
But like, I mean, with our system here, it's like 50-50, and this goes 51. For me, Elizabeth Olsen definitely pushes it over the top for me for that. So that's why I put it in best. But I understand why you don't like it. I mean, if it wasn't fail, so.
Yeah, but the chat's definitely got more passes. It's all passes. I haven't seen a single fail. I might be missing it.
And it's just
I think
because of
they're
Elizabeth
passing
Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen more than they are.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever the reason.
Yeah.
No, it's because of that SNS picture you guys were sharing. That's why they're all passing Elizabeth Olsen.
I mean, you can thank Kyle for that.
All right, well, we'll put it in the pass. Again, it's not a strong pass. That's just a barely pass, but
Yeah, just over the line.
Marco's favorite.
Fail.
I didn't see this.
I saw where it was
I've
the
only seen
biggest.
half of it.
It was the biggest box office bomb as far as if money lost for a studio out of the
Was
comic book movies. Yeah, it was.
It bombed so hard that it became a meme.
It wasn't terrible. Here's the thing. It wasn't terrible.
They even tried to re-release it in theaters off of the meme.
Yeah,
It still didn't do anything.
And then people tried to say, "Oh, well, we were all busy that weekend. Put it in there again just to see if they'd put it in the theaters a third time." And but
it wasn't terrible.
Yes,
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to
Don't
be.
fool yourself.
No, I'm just being honest.
Did you
But at
see
the
the
same time,
theater, Pete?
It oddly just ended. Like the way this movie ended, it just kind of stopped. It's like we've had enough, and they just stopped.
They probably did have enough.
Did
It
you
wasn't
see it
like,
in theater,
it's
Pete,
a
or did you see
well-rounded
it on?
story? And
Was it Netflix or theater for you, Pete?
oh, this was in the theater.
Oh, you did? Okay.
One of the few. I went by myself. I was like, this was an afternoon all to myself.
This was an afternoon off of work, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You
I
pull
made the
Don
most of it.
Draper. Go to
More
movies
of it.
here.
It's Morbin
I'm gonna go
time.
work from home. Now I'm gonna watch movies.
It is boring, but I don't think I still got to put it on the bottom end.
It's the worst for sure.
I mean, it's got four.
Oh, I was like,
four
what are you talking about
passes
here?
in the chat.
ABACABB. What is that the blood code? You can confirm that or not, Hartman, once you catch up to the
not
chat.
even
Is
a
that the blood
hand
code?
job could have made that movie enjoyable in the theater.
But that's what it needed. It did need some blood. I mean, you did have vampires, and Matt Smith was actually very good as the villain. I will give him that. But it was, well. All right, let's switch over to games. Anybody play Gotham Knights? Because I didn't.
Worst.
No.
Yeah, where it was super buggy.
Yeah.
Real buggy.
I just...
After they delayed it too. Still buggy.
You're just not into it. Like, I don't know. Like, even watching, like, the trailers for the game, even recently, they're still pumping them out and trying to get you to play it. I'm still just like, you're not selling me. Like,
This was not a stellar year for comic book games.
it was not.
No. So was this like a Batman game without Batman?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like the proposed, well, I shouldn't say just like, but similar to the proposed TV show, yes. You're like competing for the crown of the next Caped Crusader.
What's the blood code? But yeah, I think this has to go in the trash end, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard a positive thing about it.
I never played it, so.
Yeah, I didn't either, but it's not enticing me to go buy it.
TMNT Cool Guy played it for 45 hours, and he says it's a fail.
45 hours?
45 hours.
Dude, that's 45 hours.
I mean, I usually make up my mind after like 8 to 10 hours.
I mean, to be fair, I'm like 90 hours into Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm like only 20% through the story probably because I just wander around. But
Going around murdering people.
That's
yeah, no,
over
I
a
just
full
I do all
work
the little
week.
side. I go find every little tidbit, every treasure, every fucking mystery, every goddamn everything you can find in an area. I clear it first. OCD.
Planet
I guess.
Arizona, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you being here.
Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by, Planet. All right, we're gonna try with this the Marvel side of things then.
To be fair, I didn't play it, but I have not heard good things.
Yeah, I haven't touched it either because of the combat system. Not a big fan of the whole like card game combat. So
Yeah, it wasn't
I
really
haven't
up my
touched alley.
I
Yeah,
bought
this
some
just
of the
came
covers.
out though, right? Isn't this in recent? Because it got delayed too.
Yeah, it was like November.
In
or something.
October?
It was October, yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So I put this on the list, but I have not also touched it either. But I'm not that interested.
Me neither.
It's
Yeah.
like
The
a way
concept
for
art
them to
looks
sell
nice.
action figures.
It's kind of elite. Like, I mean, that segment of gamer, I guess, is kind of like niche anymore. That would like enjoy like Matt said, the combat system of the game is kind of funky to a lot of people. So
Card based, like Magic card based or Pokemon card based, like that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Mhm.
Really? So
Oh.
sort of, yeah.
like turn based, like old
Yeah,
school.
I would say more turn-based.
No, I wouldn't call it turn based because it's very much like you got to use cards to activate power ups and
It's a little like
abilities and things like that.
It's a little like did you ever play like XCOM? It's like a card based XCOM kind of. It's weird.
That's confusing.
So it's not just Dynasty Warrior style. I can just run through just button
Oh
mashing.
Lord, no.
I love Dynasty Warriors.
Man, it makes you wears your thumb out though after a while.
Good old hack and slash.
Mm-hmm.
All right then, that did not do well. I had to start reaching for the comic based games, so I had to put this here.
No, actually, it's good. I mean, they delayed it forever.
I mean, Star Wars. There's so many
It did.
Star Wars comics these days. I mean, I bridged that gap.
I say best. I mean, they delayed it forever, but they gave you lots of content when it came out, and it pretty much lived up to its supposed hype.
It's a Lego game, you know.
Yeah, I don't think the Lego games really are bad anyways. So.
Yeah, that's kind of the
It's not hard to
downfall
get
of
it
it,
wrong.
though, is that it's another Lego Star Wars game. But yeah,
Yeah.
Did it cover
there's
all
nothing-
9 movies?
yes,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Rogue
then
One,
we had all the releases of characters, the Mando characters.
Oh wow.
They had all kinds of separate
there's a ton of
add-ons
content.
it could be.
I haven't
Yeah.
played this, but I mean, I just based on that, I would. Lego games are always fun. I haven't played
Yeah.
a bad Lego game, so
But they
I
all
would
are
play
kind
it.
of the same, to be
yeah,
fair.
it's true.
But I still think it ends up being on the best side.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Terry, TMNT. Yeah, you're right. And TMNT, we're gonna start hitting your wheelhouse here.
This is
Shredder's
past.
Revenge.
This game is awesome. I loved playing this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? What is this more like? I didn't play this one.
Turtles in Time.
Is it like okay?
Mm-hmm.
The
I
arcade game.
introduced my son to some
Yep.
turtle games.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'm all
Interesting.
in.
Well, you got
Wow.
me sold.
Yeah.
Let the
It
chat
was
catch
free
up a
if
little
you're a Microsoft user. I think it was free on Game Pass. I don't know if it still is or not.
Wow.
But
bit. Well, I do have my Xbox. I'll take a look. Oh, well, I don't see the chat catching up on this one, but we're gonna
it's real
kind of put them
short. It's
together.
real
I guess.
short, real fun. I mean, I had a blast playing it.
There we go.
Sweet.
We got 2 though,
Yeah.
because we got
This-
the Cowabunga collection
This
too.
is fail.
Oh,
Absolutely
That's up
fail.
the Cowabunga collection, huh?
Yes, it was very, very glitchy when it came out. It crashed. Its user menus were very, very hard to navigate. Its online and co-op was almost unplayable or unusable. It just was not good. And they just released a massive update for it to kind of fix some of that stuff, but right now, like, it just was not good at all. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, that's so sad.
That
It
is
has so many
disappointing to
good
hear
games in
because
there.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of getting. That's what I was debating. I'm like, do we get them the new game? Do I get them the classics?
They promised to patch and fix it. So I mean, but
Yeah, they're working on fixing it, but like,
it was a huge he was
I'll
terribly
wait for the
disappointing.
patch. Nothing to run out.
And
then.
it's a port. I mean, it's a bunch of ports, I guess.
There you
They're
go.
just ports. It's not like it's like that hard
Joe's doing
to not
good.
screw it up.
An abomination.
but like, I got it on Switch because I want to play it. Like, I grew up playing the original NES TMNT games, so like, you want to play that on a Nintendo console, and it lags so bad. And there's times where it's just unplayable, and it's like, oh my god. So I haven't touched it since. But if you wanted to choose between the two, I'd definitely say go Shredder's Revenge over Cowabunga Collection.
Well,
Okay.
you sold me on that. I'll keep an eye on Cowabunga Collection though for a fix. Wait for that patch.
Yeah, because they put out like special limited editions for that with like a bunch of extra stuff in it and deluxe edition or whatever it was too. I remember reading about that. That's sad.
All right, so our next one I snuck in here. It's kind of a borderline. And also kind of following up on our video games. But the new movie.
That's it.
The new Netflix.
Where Raphael looks like the Hulk.
Yeah, he looks like the Hulk, and I don't know, is that Donatello looks like Spider-Man back there? I just don't.
It looks like the hockey players from the original Nintendo game. Where they have the really big guy and the skinny guy and the medium-sized guy.
Like, is it really that hard to tell them apart? Do we really need to go this far?
The different colored headbands weren't enough.
No, the different weapons. Too much. It's too much.
They went to classify them as different species of turtle now too. Like Raphael's a snapping turtle, and Michelangelo's like a painted turtle. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
So now they're not even brothers.
For that, I'm out. Just for that, I'm failing it. Just for that, it's a dumb idea.
Yeah, that looks terrible.
Gotta be politically correct and include all the different species of turtle.
No, it doesn't. It's going in there. We're moving on. On to TV.
Didn't watch it. Didn't really like the first.
This is pass for me. I loved the third season of Umbrella Academy. I thought it was really good.
Yep, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
This was really good.
This was really good.
I still got to finish. I'm
Did it
behind
get
on
renewed?
my watching, but
Yeah, it's got one more
renewed.
season. One more season.
Yeah, final season.
yeah, that's the other good thing. At least you're getting that. They were going to cancel it, but at least we're getting a shortened season.
Yeah, 8 episodes.
Nothing makes it on Netflix for a very time.
No, I think the final season is only going to be like 4.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, just to kind of wrap things up. It's going to be real short, but it's better to get something to wrap up a story than just end.
Yeah.
So are you? See, was it this or was it Stranger Things that's getting that? Because I know Stranger Things is getting a short season 5, and they're going to be longer episodes. They're going to be more like they did at the second half of the last season, where it's more theatrical based episodes versus.
Well, I don't think they're going to make the Umbrella Academies longer. I think they are doing that with Stranger Things. Just from what I read in an article about Umbrella Academy, is that they were considering canceling it, but they decided they'll wrap it up with a shortened season. So they just cut the episode count to just let them finish the story, rather than just end it like Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Abruptly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Definitely a pass for the
Yeah, I
year.
think we got some passes. We got some passes in here.
Yep.
Yeah, so we get to finish. It's always good when you get to finish.
And I'll say, if you haven't watched the series at all, give it a chance.
It's got Mary J. Blige in it to start, at least.
Oh yeah,
I'm going back to season 1 with that.
it's she plays Cha-Cha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lock and Key. I didn't get to the. They only did what, 2 seasons?
Yeah, I couldn't get past the first 2 episodes.
I didn't. Yeah, I was on. That's where I stalled. I stalled in episode 2 as well, and just like, eh.
I think this is one of those ones that fell victim to the pandemic, though, because like it feels like it was so long between season 1 and season 2. Like I couldn't even remember what happened at the end of season 1. I think that's why I fell off, because like, well, I don't want to go back and rewatch season 1 to figure out what's going on in season 2.
Yeah, just I don't know. Throw it in the trash, apparently.
Yep.
Wait, what's the barely pass? Sarah, which one are you barely passing? I'm assuming Umbrella Academy, because I think that's kind of in that turnover time.
Joe fails it. I never saw it, so I can't.
Like I said, I fell off in the middle of the first season. I was just like, I just couldn't keep up. I was just like, it wasn't bad. I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't into it. So I'm fine dropping it.
Yeah, you got 2 fails and a barely pass in the chat, and I would consider
It was the lock and key. Okay. Yeah. Barely pass. Well, didn't make it, Seraph. Wait, that's that one. Up next.
Pass.
I didn't finish it yet.
That was your one job this week.
The week's not over yet.
Oh.
I got tomorrow. Today I was still getting stuff ready for this show. Tomorrow I can relax and just play video games and watch Sandman.
Okay.
While I work from home.
As far as I'm concerned, this was the best thing that came out in 2022.
This was great.
This was my number one.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What I did watch, this was great. So hopefully we got some passes. All right, good. We can put that in. I don't know why I put it pass. I should just put it pass and fail instead of best or worst, but same difference.
Yeah.
I guess I sold it that way. How about The Boys? Was it season 3? I guess was this year.
Yeah, I'll say pass.
The Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Herogasm.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was a letdown.
Yeah.
Herogasm, like they built it up so much, and I read the comic. I knew what went down in the comic, and they didn't come anywhere close to meeting that. So that episode in itself was a letdown, but the season as a whole wasn't bad.
I can't vote on this. I haven't seen any Boys.
I mean, because I'm still a little on the fence with how they're kind of. I mean, not that they're changing like the story, but having like the kid, the show is different from the comic, obviously, but I'm still not 100% sold on the direction.
They kind of got to that point where they have to deviate it, right? So it's going to be interesting to see where they go.
They didn't have to. They chose to.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, I guess my point is they're pot committed,
Yeah.
to that deviation.
You got a pass and 2 fails in the chat.
I still think you get a pass. Well, it is same old stuff, I guess, but it's still entertaining.
I don't know. I can't say I've ever seen a dude shrink down and explode through a man's urethra before.
That's true.
I wouldn't say that's same old stuff, but
I think maybe he means for the show.
Yeah.
But still, that was
We're
something.
it out in the chat. 2 and 2.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing so much urethra exploding. I just can't do it.
Yep. All right. It's going in the best of.
All right.
I had to put this is kind of just a weird little follow-up, just to kind of bridge the gap to our next one. I don't even know if I watched all of these.
Yeah, I didn't even watch
shorts
either.
I forgot about this.
I don't remember them all, so that's why I don't know if I watched them all. It's like Love, Sex, and Robots. Like I'm never sure if I finished or where I left off. You just watch and then you stop and then like, did I watch them all? I don't know. So this one's kind of in between. This is a take it or leave it for me. I'll defer.
Yeah, I'm.
Tough deferral because I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch
Yep,
either.
same here.
It just didn't even look interesting. This is what, if you want to say The Boys is trying too hard, this is what I feel like would be them trying too hard. That they had to be able to go up and more crazy. They had to do it animated.
With the animated. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what? Good enough for me. We're failing it. If you don't even want to watch it, that's a fail. You couldn't even sell people on wanting to watch it. That it missed its mark. How about this? Oh, it shouldn't have. Why did it have? Really? It's going on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus? Oh wow, okay.
Unless that's a foreign poster.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's a
it
foreign
could be.
poster. Yeah, because
Yeah,
18
it's
plus
gotta
up
be.
there. Yeah, it's got to be a foreign poster I grabbed this from.
I watched the final season of this just because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. I read the comics. I wanted to see how it ended. I've already spent 11 years invested in it. Might as well see it out to the end. And I'm gonna have to say fail for the way it ended because the comic book, although I felt like the ending was it was very abrupt with the way Kirkman did it, and he wanted it to be that way. They could have ended the show like that. And it would have been phenomenal, but they screwed that up like season 4. The minute they killed Carl off, they screwed up. However, they were going to end the show related to the comics. So I'd give it a fit. I'd give it a
4.
fail.
Well, they can't abruptly end it. They spent so much money in the stupid
Yeah.
spinoffs.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
Yeah.
The spin-offs are the problem.
But see, and that's what my theory was. Is like I've thought like they could have pulled the rug out from under everyone, and they're saying we're going to give you all these spin-offs, this Daryl spin-off, and if they would have killed them in the end, and everyone would have been like, "Well, I thought you were supposed to give us a spin-off," and they're like, "No, we weren't really." They could have pulled the Kirkman and be like, "No, we weren't really going to do that."
Oh,
Yeah,
that would have gone over so poorly.
If it would have been on Kirkman TV, that totally would have happened.
but
We got some fails here. I to be fair,
Yeah,
I
I'm
haven't
gonna say
watched this.
fail,
in-
too.
I tried to watch it, being the final season, and I was so lost. I tried like 3 episodes and I gave up.
Like Rick getting picked up in a helicopter is probably where I stopped.
That's exactly where I left off. I was like, it's pointless now.
yeah,
I haven't heard a
'cause
pass for any of these or any.
There's, I mean, in the comic, there's so much that Rick's a part of with the Commonwealth, and
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like what you're saying, Matt, with the comic, that's where I got so disappointed with when they took him off in a helicopter. I'm like, well, now like the Alpha story is not gonna be as good. Like it just took a lot of this.
It became like
Wind out of his
Right.
sails
R.R.
for the
Martin
show.
Game of Thrones thing too. We're like, we're gonna bring Rick back. Like he's coming back. Like no, really?
Yeah, we're gonna bring him back in movies. I'm like,
Yeah, that never happened.
even if they did, I don't want that. Leave him on the goddamn show. It's not like he went off and became a big movie star in the meantime. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell was he doing?
They don't want to pay him.
I'm sad I didn't get to see Carl get his eye socket licked.
Oh, that would have also been something.
Definitely not same old.
Lydia should have licked his little eye socket out, just like she did in the comic book, but it didn't happen.
So where are we putting this?
Worse.
This guy going worse.
Yeah.
Nobody passed it.
Nobody's gonna fight for it.
Okay. Well, now we're gonna hit up Disney Plus for reals. I liked it.
I like the best. I like the best.
I enjoyed this.
As it went on, I enjoyed it a little bit less than one of the first few episodes, but
I agree.
still,
I knew
I
it
agree
wasn't
with
for me,
JJ.
but
as a whole, I mean, it wasn't bad.
I like this a lot.
I mean, I'm kind of bummed to find out that her dad in real life getting like accused of stuff, but
No, being a sexual predator.
yeah, like the actor, but
Yeah.
he was really great on the show. Like I
I
like their
hadn't heard that.
relationship on the show, so that kind of takes away from it a little bit, but
When did that happen? I didn't hear that about the actor.
yeah.
Yeah, it came out that he's being accused of grooming. Him and his girlfriend supposedly groomed some underage girl, and
Something.
Wow.
she released this big whole like Twitter post about it and stuff.
Yeah.
and-
Not good stuff.
Nope.
But the
No,
show.
no,
Especially when you're on a Disney show.
Yeah.
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 I agree with JJ. I liked the show. I liked it less as it went on. And once it switched focus from her more to her family, I felt those few episodes were a little bit weaker, but overall it was enjoyable, so I'd give it a best.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the history is also pretty good. I kind of liked it once they got into that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I still give it a pass. And we're moving on to Moon Knight.
Oof, it's a tough one.
This is a tough one because I didn't hate this.
Yeah,
I didn't love it either. Don't get me wrong.
I gotta give it a worst. There's so much they could have done it so much better and just didn't.
You're right.
Maybe it's my own disappointment that interferes with that, but
I enjoyed it. I mean, there's parts I didn't like, but overall I enjoyed this show. I went in not knowing much about Moon Knight, and I thought it was pretty good. So I definitely give it a pass.
I'm really stuck in the middle on it.
51 or 49. That's what you got to decide.
yeah, it's like maybe
I lean more towards failing though.
Yeah, to me it's a fail because it should have just been called Mark and Steven's Wild Ride or Excellent Adventure versus Moon Knight. Because
Well, not Mr. Do.
Hey, Astro, what's up? It wasn't a terrible first season, but it was. I don't know.
That's the thing. By the end of the season, I was like, "Do I want more of this?"
That's the other. Yeah, that's a good point too. Like I do feel like after it was done, okay, I've had enough.
yeah, it didn't leave you really excited or begging for more. You're just like, all right, that's a thing. Moving on.
Yeah, unless you're telling me we're going to go a completely different direction, I can go, ooh, now I'm excited because you're going to do something else, which then is telling of what you gave me the first time. So I'm still leaning on the fail side or worst side. I think we're split in the chat. There's a couple passes.
But
This might be
personally,
the
I'd
hardest
push it
one
to-
so far, honestly.
I'd push it to pass myself, but I didn't think it failed Marvel, but I didn't think it did him any credit either.
All right. Well, we got to move on to our next one, but that gives us you and Double O were giving it the pass, while the three of us are giving it the fail. We're leaning towards the fail, so unless somebody in the chat want to save it.
Yep, chat's not saving it either. So
I'm going to put it in the fail. But if you guys want to give me a couple of passes, you can. You can save Moon Knight just to spite Marco if you want. He definitely would have shot this down as the worst.
Like Joe's Doolin just said, the most violent Marvel hero had no violence.
That's a very fair point.
Well, so we had Joe said fail, Sarah said a pass, Astro pass.
Tyson canceled you.
Yeah.
Airboy.
Fail, pass again.
Okay. Well, wait.
right.
Which Three's Company are we talking? Mr. Furley or the Ropers? Because there's some different runs of the Three's Company. Some are good, some are bad. You got the Chrissy stuff's not too bad, and then
Yeah, the Terry stuff wasn't so good.
Terry stuff. Yeah, I couldn't remember her name. I was like, when they brought in the girl from Mallrats with the third nipple. All right, guys, go ahead. I know what you're going to do. You're going to fail it or worst it. But didn't
Pass.
hate it.
I'm going to pass it. I'm going to pass it because She-Hulk was dummy thick. Pass it.
I mean,
I probably would put it in pass too. Borderline, just a pass, barely a pass, because I enjoyed watching it.
it moves certain parts of the cinematic football along, so to speak, but like to me, this was like the definition of unnecessary show.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I kind of look at it as like a love letter.
She-Hulk character, and I didn't need like a whole like law show that wasn't even a law show that that featured terrible courtroom scenes. I don't know. It was just...
I don't know. I kind of looked at it as like a response letter to like Scorsese and all these other directors that say that Marvel movies aren't movies, and like these characters would be having sexual relationships and they, all this other stuff. So they're like, oh, well, we're just gonna have our main character bang every dude she comes across. So, just have at it.
I don't know. I thought the Daredevil doing the walk of shame was hilarious.
I did too.
Good morning. Just strolling down the street.
Hartman will give you a whole like.
I know. I remember Hartman's whole diatribe on that, but I thought it was fun.
A whole rant about it. So he's got a thesis on it.
I'm gonna give it a pass too. So confused.
There's a lot of fails here, but
Was anyone word about the Daredevil thing too, and the fact that like I thought the whole point of the Echo show was going to be to introduce that character. Not what point is the Echo show now going to be is kind of interesting.
Joe didn't care for it. It was as fun as a vasectomy.
Oof.
That does not sound fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I'd rather watch She-Hulk over and over again than have something cutting in my ball bag.
I think I have to put it in worse just because I think I liked Moon Knight even better than I like that. So I don't. And we put Moon Knight in worse. So.
Yeah, She-Hulk isn't a show that I'm going to go back and watch again. So.
I guess you guys are dragging it down to the worst side, but again, I thought it was on the pass side to me.
I mean, Airboy said he'd prefer a colonoscopy, and then you got Joe saying he'd rather have a vasectomy. So I guess you got to put it.
That was compared to surgical procedures only.
Yeah,
all in the groinal crotchal area.
Wow.
Yeesh.
A lot of people took that
Moon
last
guy.
episode.
It's better than
To heart. They feel attacked.
Werewolf by Night.
pass.
Pass.
I like
Yeah, pass. Oh yeah, in my top 5.
Yes, it was good.
I enjoyed it.
I'll say this: it may be saved by the fact that they didn't do a whole series out of it, but still good for what it was.
Yeah, it took a couple minutes to ease into it. I'll give it that. But once I was settled in, I was enjoying it. I think we got a bunch of passes here, so I think this will be a quick one.
Yep.
Bunch of passes. All right, that's an easy one. Easy best.
Yeah.
You like that special? What did you think of the holiday special?
Ugh.
Didn't actually watch it.
It was not as good as Werewolf by Night, but I still liked it. It moved along some of the characters. It changed a couple little things to get ready for the movie.
Yeah, I felt like
It's a fair
you're
criticism
saying
for
that
She-Hulk.
the only reason they made it was to set you up for Volume 3.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like a feature-length trailer for Volume 3.
Yeah.
I didn't like the whole Kevin Bacon thing.
I didn't mind the Kevin Bacon part. I did think they were taking it too far with how much they hated actors. Like, actors,
Right.
what a piece of shit. Like, I think they took that a little too far.
Right.
But outside of that, it was enjoyable. Again, I'll agree. It wasn't as good as Werewolf by Night, but it's still on the best side to me.
I agree with that.
I probably enjoyed it more over anything that's in the worst
Sure.
section, so I'll go with pass.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take over a year without a Santa Claus for my greatest Christmas episode to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not going to be something I'm going to watch every year now. It's not one of those specials. It's like it's going to make a rotation. It was
It had
entertaining.
that Horatio Sands song in it, so that was good enough for me.
All right, now we're getting over to this TV side of things.
I didn't actually watch it.
I'm out on the CW shows.
Yep.
I've been out since Arrow ended.
Where's
even
Corbin
before.
when you need him?
I know Corbin is definitely.
I thought Corbin was going to be here. That's why I gave a strong DC representation.
I hear a lot of people like this show, but I bailed after they did the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. That's what I bailed on all those shows.
Yeah, so that was probably the best CW show they had on. I mean, I enjoyed Stargirl, but I think this one was better than all of them that we had this year.
Yeah, again, my one buddy, he's a big fan of the Lois and Clark, and
Yeah.
he was not bothered by Henry Cavill getting let go. He's like, we need a younger Superman, but yet he really wants like John Kent. I'm like, it's like, well, if they give you a younger Superman, you're not getting John Kent anytime soon. It's like you're close to your shot to John Kent was to have Henry Cavill keep going.
I gotta say, I feel bad for Henry Cavill just in general. Like, oh hey, you can quit The Witcher to be Superman. Oh wait, you're not Superman.
Man, you see how they're
they're
throwing him under the bus now? Like, there's now stories. He was fired. He didn't leave. He was fired because he was bro culture, bro video game culture, making people feeling exactly.
He lived and breathed that role. I don't think they would have fired. So.
They're like scorching him on the way out. Like, oh no, this guy's a piece of shit.
Wow.
We don't need someone who's gonna promote our crap. Yeah.
You got a few passes in the chat. I've never seen the CW show in my life, so I can't.
Yeah, there's more passes.
Yeah.
But I guess they worse only because the title reminds me of the Dean Cain show.
I like how it gets a pass because the Pink Ranger directed an episode, but nobody knows her real name.
That's a strong vote of support.
I know her name. It's Amy Jo Johnson.
Yeah, it's not like Amy Jo Johnson directed an episode. It's the Pink Ranger directed episode, so it's good.
I gave up on this like 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons.
Yeah, the Thinker. Was it the Thinker? Is that his name? Whatever the mind dude was.
I guess this
season
this was a really good CW series for like a season. Like at the start.
No, I watched it for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, I watched it right up until the Crisis
finished. Yeah, it's like
that was the season of the Crisis.
CW has this weird thing where there's like a lot of their series are good for like 2 seasons, and they just delve into a dumpster fire. Like remember Arrow when like Oliver was a killing machine and was unstoppable? Like that was fun, but then we just made it. Oh, he's not a killing machine anymore. Now it sucks.
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow was still probably my favorite of these shows because it was goofy. But I don't know where this Flash. We get one more season of this, so
yeah,
maybe I'll watch.
One fail and one pass in the chat. Oh, 2 passes in the chat.
Didn't they also like take all the like sidekick characters and make them have their own powers and stuff?
Most of them got their own powers. Yeah.
Yes, they did. Vibe, Killer Frost.
Kind of a lame touch of writing.
Well, after they're coming up on 9 seasons, eventually, you gotta do something.
Once Elastic Man was
every show does that.
It was
they made Willow a witch, and Xander didn't get powers on Buffy, but you know what I'm saying. Like they eventually have to tell those stories.
You and your Josh Whedon series as a reference point.
Well, it looks like it's getting that barely passed because we got a couple of passes. What got canceled? It didn't get canceled. They're ending.
Yeah.
Did Pink Ranger direct any of these episodes?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No Pink
Power Ranger.
Yeah, they just didn't renew it any further than what they have. So,
well, 9 is long enough.
I agree.
9 is more than enough.
Gotta go 15 or whatever, like Supernatural.
Oh, Jesus.
Just keep going.
I love Supernatural too, but man, that last episode was not good.
Well, I mean, regular TV, they would have had it go long enough just so they can make it long enough for syndication, right? So,
yeah, that's only 100 episodes. You can do that in 4 or 5, and you're there.
Yep.
But Stargirl.
Admittedly, I didn't watch this season, but I did like last season.
Yeah,
it's like the one CW show I watched. But
I enjoyed Stargirl,
season, so I can't really say whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Tyson, I'm assuming you mean Flash on that one.
Yeah.
Chat behind it. They got like a minute or 2, I think.
Yeah. I think that's what he's talking about, Flash. Because Flash, the first season was good.
I never watched Stargirl. This came out right at like when I was just like, I'm done with these CW shows.
Yeah, I'm gone with you. I still tried it though. So we got an okay.
Watched it.
I think Terry's on the pass side too.
Yeah, Terry. Yeah, pass was fun.
Random Supernatural comment.
That end was shit.
Second worst ending next to Battlestar Galactica.
They're remaking that too, aren't they?
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Remember, I won't get into it, but remember Caprica when they tried to do it? Yeah.
Oh,
Caprica,
Caprica.
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't
I
into
watched
Caprica
one
at all,
episode of that and I was done.
but I was a big fan
I
of
won't
it.
get into how they ruined the legacy of that thing.
Yeah, I did like the show. The show was great, but to your point, yeah, it didn't end well. But
I mean, Galactica 1980 wasn't anything great on TV either, but
no, some cool toys that got mixed in with my Star Wars stuff. Like, who is this dog thing? Who's this little robot dude? I think that's also has the honor of probably being my least watched video on my channel is my toy Battlestar Galactica retrospective. Had like 70 views.
We watches in the Starbuck was a guy.
Like, what is this? You don't remember that little guy?
I'll have to go and watch that on repeat then for you.
Yeah, I would have watched that. I didn't know you did that.
It's there. Yeah, there was a stretch where just nobody was interested in the toys. I was like, the Dungeons and Dragons toys were awesome. But yeah, nobody else thought so.
I just found out that they made Funkos for them.
Oh, don't get me started on Funkos. I don't want any of those.
They
got Funkos for everything.
I am
well, I didn't know they did the
not to buy
Galactica
Funkos.
Oh, Sticks. I think they have battle damaged Golden Girls. That's the point of how many Funkos they have now.
B. Arthur.
Yeah, they have the naked B. Arthur picture from Airheads that was referenced as a Funko figure.
Outstanding. Football helmet filled with cottage cheese.
What is that? A Cylon?
That's the Silver Cylon, the Centurion.
Oh, now we got off track talking about Battlestar Galactica. Where did we go?
And I got Apollo.
I think it got a pass.
Stargirl gets a pass for me.
I think chat pushed it into pass. I think.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost through. We only got a few more. Titans. I guess
Never saw this.
Season 3?
Didn't watch season. Was this the Red Hood season?
Yes.
No, this was Brother Blood.
No. Brother Blood's going on now. Oh yeah, well I guess that is 2022 then, huh?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, this is the Brother Blood.
I've enjoyed.
The
Titans.
Red Hood season was the last season I saw. That was what, 3?
Yeah, White Raven.
That would have been 3.
Smoke show. Pass.
Who's that?
White Raven is a smoke show.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with JJ. I was thinking of last season with with Red Hood. I haven't caught up yet on the current season. Damn it.
Yeah, it's only been a half season. Joe's doing they just started the transformation into Brother Blood this season at the.
But I do like this show. I do like Titans. Once Hawk, once Hawk, was no longer there and not superfluously dropping F-bombs for no reason, where it was just awkward. I'm like, why are you fucking cursing? Like, you guys are at the dinner table. There's no reason.
It's so cool and
edgelord here.
Makes it so much cooler. I'm dropping an F-bomb here.
That was the only problem. It's like they were just doing it. We can do it. We can curse here. But outside of that, I do like Titans. Oh, but TMNT doesn't like this season.
Fail. Yeah. 2 fails.
But I think
I
we got
haven't
plenty
watched it yet, but I will. It's on my list.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it too because I do like it. So I think we're going to put it up in the best of side. And I think, did Doom Patrol just start up again?
Yeah, it just started a few weeks ago.
I'm a little behind on Doom Patrol too, but
I've not watched any of this season yet.
Yeah,
I'm not watching this
stuff
season yet.
I did enjoy the past season.
Another one I haven't seen.
Well, you can give it the vote. Well, I don't know when it ended. I don't know if the last season blended into 2022 at all. If it carried over.
It did.
I don't know.
Yeah, because if this season's starting December 8th, if the last season started somewhere similar, it probably bled into 2022. So yeah. Feel free to vote that way.
Zaggy says S tier.
Wow.
I don't know if it's S tier Zaggy, but I do like Doom Patrol.
Well, if you're gonna rate on last season, I'll say best.
Well, Joe's got 4 out of 5 of this season being good.
Astro says
That's
pass.
good enough for me. All right, here we go. This is going to be well, I don't care what you guys say. This is getting the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, best for sure. If only on the opening scene alone or opening title alone.
I will say it did take that first episode when I watched it. I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. The whole season of the show, but then it did. It actually did work. But yeah, that opening dance number is I watch it every time. I don't skip.
But baby.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything but pass up for this one.
Yeah, that's got to be a pass.
Yeah.
All right, we only got a couple more.
Here we go.
And we're dipping into our Star Wars portion.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
Put that worst and don't look back.
Hey, well, I got to tie it in with comics now. I mean, there's so many Star Wars comics these days. I'm putting Star Wars in comic property as well these days.
Dom's not here to stop me. Put it in work.
It is. This
Worst.
The pamphlet of Boba Fett. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Freaking dances with Tuskens and
Yeah, this was a train wreck.
8-hour flashbacks.
And then it became Mando preview episodes. All of a sudden, it's Mando preview weekend here on
Season
Boba Fett.
2.5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Season 3 prequel.
Freaking Power Ranger bike kids everywhere. Modifying people's arms and whatnot.
yeah, I think after one of our Sunday shows, I legit stayed on talking with Dom for like an hour, explaining to him, like, dude, you deserve more. It's like, that's what I'm trying to explain to him. I was like, you don't have to defend it because you love Boba Fett.
You don't have to settle,
deserve
Dom.
better than what they gave you.
You don't have to settle.
Tatooine by the light of the Bafta tank.
Oh yeah, every night. All right, we're gonna cruise in. I'm gonna take my clothes off and have a naked school ties fight with Black K at some point.
I just want to go on the record that I never tried to defend that shit. I disliked it from the start.
There were so many things wrong with it. From the goddamn mod squad on their shiny bikes in the desert to the worst goddamn mob boss I think I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to call a meeting. I'm not going to make you guys pay me any sort of tribute. I'm going to ask you to support me, but if you don't, I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, and
What?
nobody supports me.
Climb in
Nobody
my
makes me support.
bathtub and let me tell you a story.
There was this time I was hanging out with a Greedo staked to a post.
I will say just for the record, I know a lot of it sucked, but there was enough in there that I actually kind of liked it.
You're on an island.
I know.
Oof.
I am. I mean the Mando stuff was good. Even though it's not Boba Fett, but I like the Mando stuff in there. It was good.
Even that, the wizards and
Cad Bane.
the wizards,
Yeah,
and
we got Cad Bane.
unnecessary spaceship. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the wizard.
I can't. You know, like I get it. I'm not trying to convince you guys.
My son just built that Lego. He got the Naboo fighter.
the problem with the Cad Bane argument is that I already had Cad Bane, just in animated form. Like I really need him in live. I don't know.
I think they did it all right in live action, though.
They did do a good job with Cad Bane. I'll give them that.
All right. Well, if that didn't sell you,
It was unusual to watch Timothy Oliphant lose a duel.
Where did you put that? You put that in fail?
Yeah,
I put it in fail.
That's definitely fail. Okay.
This one is closer.
Marco's not here to stop me, so I'm gonna say best.
You can say whatever you like.
It wasn't bad.
Don't let Marco
Great
bully you.
either, though. But you're right. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't lose my shit over what are they doing messing with canon.
Oh my God! There's some fight in a comic book that is now no longer canon.
Well, I mean, it makes the whole opening to A New Hope kind of pointless. I mean, maybe pointless is a strong word, but you get the feeling that she has no idea who he is throughout that entire movie, and then all of a sudden they had this secret adventure
based
that
on one line of you fought with my father in the Clone Wars type of thing. Like who cares why they know each other? They know each other.
Yeah, so they had one hangout adventure when she was a little girl.
I
don't know. Like,
I would push this to pass. Barely.
Order.
I never liked the fact that they did the whole them fighting either, but they did, and it's there. So the fights were pretty good, I guess.
All right, let's see. I think we start here.
I never got my high ground reference, but
we got a pass.
Give it a pass.
And a fail. And a fail. And a fail. We're 1 to 3. Too many plot holes. Then it bounces back. 2 to 3. Happy to see Obi again. I don't know if we're getting that spinoff. Hey, D. Malone. Hearing on the door.
There's only about Star Wars universe.
Small enough to fit.
Everybody know some type of like mechanical engineering in the Star Wars universe. Like,
Grogu did engineering on the ship, so I mean,
yeah,
the red wire and the blue wire.
It's still the chat is still lean towards fail. I think there's still one more fail than pass.
I will. I didn't vote. I vote for pass.
Matt, did you have a strong feeling on this one way or the other?
I'm torn.
That's where I'm at. Sticks, you got which way you leaning?
I passed it. I think I would rewatch this series gladly. So I don't like Book of Boba Fett. I probably won't rewatch it unless I'm just gonna watch episodes with Black K in it or something. But that's not really where rewatching the series. It's just picking an episode that you like and.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of bad stuff in this too, but like, I don't know. I guess I'm a sucker to get new content with some decent stuff in it, so I'll take it.
I enjoyed it more than Boba Fett, more than Andor, but still, just like I'm a big continuity person, and plot holes in it just kind of.
Yeah. This is still really split. This could go either way. I don't know. We got to pick one spot though.
Yeah, I think the problem with like continuity in Star Wars is that they keep making these shows like that. The continuity kind of flies out the window, right? Because if you're trying to pigeonhole a series into like a
45-year-old movie.
Well, that, and you're trying to fit it into a window of where these things fall in between it. Fall in between Rebels and New Hope. Fall between Rogue One and A New Hope. You know, you can only do that for so long.
And that's my thing with Star Wars is like you hear a lot of the Star Wars community saying we want to go past the Skywalker saga, give us something new, follow these new characters, and then you get Mando and everyone's on like, yeah, let's go, and then we're back to Boba Fett, and now we're trying to fit things into Rogue One, and how much can you really fit into that basket, like Styx was saying, and do we really need to revisit Kenobi, like to see that battle between him and Darth Vader? It just, I'm gonna go worst.
And now you're going worse. I hear I was just about to throw it in the best because I'm like, you know what? Tyson had a point. There are moments. Like there weren't enough shitty things like Boba Fett where it's like, man, that made me cringe.
Right.
These goddamn this tattoo guy who's modding everybody up with robot stuff.
Yeah.
That's why the famous DJ.
But see, if we went off just moments, then I'd have to move Boba Fett to best because I liked all the Mando stuff. Yeah, in the Cad Bane stuff was good too, but overall, I would just like, can you really call the show Book of Boba Fett when he's only in like 3 episodes?
True, but that Kenobi didn't have that problem.
I know Kenobi didn't have that problem, but
yeah, we got to see everything with Kenobi, from cutting desert whale meat to like fighting Darth Vader in the end.
To steal it. You're stealing meat for his camel or whatever the hell that was.
It's a truthful thing when you're never going to make all aspects of all Star Wars happy with.
All right, you can leave it in best. That's fine.
Well, we can put it down below.
No, it's fine because I'd definitely rather watch it over Mando or the first 3 episodes of Book of Boba Fett, and I just didn't care for Andor. I just found Andor super boring.
No, well, we're not there yet. We still got to get the Tales of the Jedi first.
Pass. I thought this was good.
Pass, but if you're going to use the excuse that something tramples over a cannon, this thing trampled over a
Yeah.
cannon and then spat on it. So
I
don't
haven't
hold
watched
the
it, so I
cannon.
can't.
I still think it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it that much that it trampled all over a cannon, but it did. It did worse than Kenobi.
Yeah, I know. Well, I heard you guys explain it.
I mean,
all,
it basically wiped out her entire. Well, I didn't say in her entire, but wiped out a good portion of her actual backstory that they had already established and rewrote it.
Poor Yaddle.
Yeah.
Well, Yaddle thought she was all that for going over there on her own, so I kind of blame her.
That's true.
She could have gone for help.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we already got Matt's feeling on this one, but I love
pass.
it.
Possibly the best Star Wars show yet.
I think Andor was the second best thing that came out this year, right after Sandman. I love this show.
Yeah, I look forward to this every week.
Yep.
I get it. It was kind of slow moving to start, but they did have to set us up, and once they did, I was in. I'm still in.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably just where I'm not as big into Star Wars as
Yeah,
you
and that's
guys.
fine.
So
Well, that's where you're wrong, I guess.
I know what
Everybody
happens
does. Everybody
in Rogue One, and I don't really I could give two farts about what he did before Rogue One. So
At least this didn't have anything to do with like the Skywalkers, right? I mean, there's nothing in there.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, even as like even you know, if you say like not a big Star Wars fan or something, but that's kind of this was kind of created. Was in my eyes is you don't have to be a big Star Wars fan to enjoy it.
But still split. I mean, I get it. While it doesn't resonate with everybody, but it did with me. So, well, my wife loves Star Wars, but I still can't get her to watch this because she still goes, doesn't look like it's for me. I'm like, it is. Just watch it. She said the same thing about Stranger Things, that she wouldn't like it.
No. She liked it.
And she fucking loved it. It's just it took her a while. Like she had to play contrarian for months because people tell her to watch something. Like, no.
Oh.
I'm just not going to do it out of spite.
She's one of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But once I break her, she'll be on board.
Break her
I
spirit.
know you
Now
can hear
you'll
me
watch
out
it.
there. She can hear me. She can hear me out there. But that's it. Oh yeah.
More aliens. If it only had a cantina scene.
Sarah, are you dumb and disgusting?
More aliens and space wizards.
Oh, you don't have to give me an it's all right pass. It was a pass. And
Yeah, it's
we
pass.
do have more bests than we have worsts for the year. So I guess it was a good year overall.
Yeah. I think even some of the worst stuff up the year, we had a whole lot of content this year that, in fairness, not everyone can get a chance to watch, right? Because there's only so much time in a day and people are busy. And
I need to watch Titans and Doom Patrol and Boys.
Yeah, realistically, if we put a middle ground category in this thing, we'd have 3 bests, we'd have 3 worsts. Everything else would be in the middle.
Yeah, probably so.
That's where we would have ended up. Everything would have been like, well, it's all right.
Yeah.
And that's why I had said we can't do that because everything will be in the middle then. From the Black Adams to the Boys, the Ms. Marvels, the She-Hulks, everything would be like, well, it's all right sometimes and a little bad some. So
yeah, there's quite a few stuff that we had to kind of give a push to for one reason or another.
Yeah, so we did have to push it over the line.
I think Love and Thunder would have been in fail either way, though.
Maybe.
It's my opinion.
If you had a middle ground, I probably would have put it in the meh.
Yeah.
But
meh.
I think Boba Fett is when I'm looking at this list, my only hard fail because some of the stuff I didn't see play the games, so I don't want to hard fail them because I didn't play. Boba Fett is definitely a hard fail. Everything else I can make an argument it could be in the middle. From the Lock and Keys to the Walking Deads to the Super Pets. But on the same token, I don't know if a lot of these things would have been on the very, very tippity top outside of maybe Andor, Sandman,
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Werewolf might have made it.
Werewolf probably would have put up top. Yeah.
But that said, that's all we got. We went longer than I thought. I thought we were going to get this done, the tier list done a little quicker, but we kind of...
I blame Marco and his interruptions.
Yeah, Marco's in.
They go like all CNBC business talk on us.
I thought about things like Wednesday. I also thought about things like House of Dragons, Rings of Power, but then I thought, well, they didn't really tie to comic. I wanted to keep it comic book focused. Otherwise, we would have had a huge list. I mean, this list was big enough as it was.
I still haven't watched Rings of Power. I'm a bad Lord of the Rings fan.
I like it.
It was good.
That's just like I like House of Dragons too. Different reasons. They're different shows.
I'm watching that now in between watching 1886. So.
I love House of Dragon. Rhaenyra's a smoke show.
It's
House
just
of
a
Dragon
good
was
show
so
too.
Good.
Yeah, House of Dragons would probably have been definitely on the best of side. If I didn't put it on this list, it probably would have been up there.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I would have put it in the best, just based on the 4 episodes I've seen.
It's good stuff. That said, I had fun. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Yeah, helping me out. No Marco filling in for him. Was waiting for him to see if he's going to pop in one more time, but I guess we're not getting any late night rant out of him.
Say his name 2 more times, he might show up.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
But make sure you come back Saturday for SNS, Saturday Night Special. Some of us might be popping back on for a year-end thing. I don't know what the hell Marco's got in his head. He's like, year-end special. Year-end blow. I don't know what he's thinking. I just was talking to Kyle. I was like, sure, I think I can hop on for a bit, so I'll probably be on. But make sure you come and watch Saturday. Jedi and Dom, we got a new show Friday, Nail Called Madness. I'm probably not doing Dollar Bin Digging tomorrow because I just kind of want to take a break. I'm going to reset everything in 2023. I got a couple of ideas churning in the head. You'll get your hidden gems back. You'll get your chasing ghosts back. So I'm probably just going to sit one out and play some video games and watch Sandman because you guys keep yelling at me to finish up Sandman. So that's what I want to do tomorrow.
Take some time off. Take some time off, Pete. You're the boss.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to push. I'm not going to push myself. I'm going to relax. And but come back Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Star Wars. And then, like I said, come 2023, we'll get everything back up and running on the normal schedule. So
definitely pay attention to SNS. Supposedly on January 7th, we're gonna have Cliff Chang, the artist of Paper Girls, on for an interview.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully everyone remembers who that is.
I do.
I love that series.
You sure that's who it's gonna be?
That's who. I'm looking at the chat right now. That's who it said it is.
And all of a sudden, it's Bernard Chang, the artist of Dr. Mirage from back in the 90s. I'm like, oh, god damn it.
But
well, it's not PF Chang.
Yeah, there's hopefully we can redeem ourselves after that last debacle, but
it's not that big a deal.
I gotta thank Aftershock for filing for bankruptcy like 2 days after that episode happened to take all the heat off of us. Nobody cared after that point. It was like whatever.
But yeah, that's definitely good. Yeah, so come back for because that's the other thing. Are you guys want to see interviews like that? Because I like that stuff. I used to love talking to artists back when I used to do it on. Nelms used to get us guys for 3 Comic Money. We used to talk to artists all the time. I loved it because I thought it was cool. But
I like watching your shows.
I don't know if people like watching it or not, but
I did. I love watching it.
We're also, as far as I know, Sam is deep in the discussion of trying to get Tim Seeley on too.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
We will see what happens with that, but
hey, Pete, can you share a picture for me?
What's that?
Can you share a picture for me?
Yeah, what do you want?
Do in the tech chat.
Let me get this up here.
So starting Monday, I will be hanging out with our friend Comic Man Andy.
Yeah, link down below.
What's that?
I said links down below for Andy.
Oh, yeah,
Andy
down
and
below.
Absolute Geeks down below too. Make sure you go subscribe.
And we will be talking about the Last of Us television show that will be premiering on January 15th. So we're going to start a couple weeks early. We're going to go over some of the just the history of some of that, the show or the game, and some of the actors and things for a couple weeks. And so it's going to last just like while the show is on. So we'll be doing it the Monday after it airs. But like I said, we're starting on January 2nd and all the way to March 20th. So stop by and check that out. Last of Us is an amazing game.
I
I'm
look
a
forward
huge
to
fan.
Pedro Pascal's character being unceremoniously killed in the second season.
Hopefully that's not till the third season. So
At least he doesn't have to wear a helmet in this show.
yeah,
That's
you
true.
can see his face.
Yeah, definitely go and check that. So is Andy not going to do his mail call then on Mondays? Is he going to switch it
No,
up?
he hasn't been doing it for a while. He's only been
Yeah.
doing the Wednesday show. So this is a new thing he's starting to do, where he wanted to change it up a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. He asked me to come on the show and do that with him. He knows I'm a fan. So,
Yeah, cool.
So just wanted to throw that out there.
I guess I'll take a moment to
Yes.
tease. I've been in talks with the boss, and I got a little something up my sleeve for next year. I've already got a couple things set up, so look forward to that. That's a tease.
You couldn't escape it, Matt. I pulled out my sonic screwdriver.
I just went to
don't
my
have anything
safe
going
space, so it's all good.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out. Sticks, we might get some Doctor Who stuff. We are getting the Doctor
Yes.
back.
Yes,
David Tennant coming back.
David Tennant is coming back for a short
Looking forward to the
time.
New guy too.
But I'm very much looking forward to shooting out was a rendition of the Doctor. I'm excited to see what they do. Did you see the pictures of his costume?
Oh yeah.
The brown with the orange. I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely I don't want to say a classic look, but it is a look, and it's not because that's the other thing. Like Jodie Whittaker's outfit was kind of goofy looking. She looked like she was Gallagher, like running out there or something. I don't know. Suspenders.
Joseph Scott many
Rest
colors.
in peace.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling her outfit. I'm like, what is this?
Jodie's
Yeah.
amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
It's my shaving.
The screwdriver.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, I'm trimming up. I got my manscaping going on down below. You guys don't know this. On that note,
Well,
And wrap.
all right. With that, again, thank you all for stopping by and checking this out. We got a lot of stuff, fun stuff planned for 2023, both here and on other channels. Like I said, go check out Comic Man Andy. Go check out Absolute Geek Podcast. Links are down below. Make sure you're subbed if you aren't already. And come back Friday for Mail Call Madness, Saturday for SNS, and Sunday for the Star Wars show. And we'll catch you guys later. All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Happy